Welcome to my first ever play-by-play stream. It is Thanksgiving night. It is the Miami Dolphins at the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are 3.5-point favorites entering this game. I know there's been a lot of people requesting that I do a live stream for a game, so this is what this is going to be. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's been a great day. You know, I personally had a lot of food earlier, and now it is time to get to work and time to stream the game. Like I said, I know a lot of people have been waiting for this one, so I am very, very excited. And we have a lot of people in here. Mallow, how we doing? Happy Thanksgiving, Texans fan. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this one, and I'm going to go ahead and just tweet out the link that we are, in fact, live, and I hope everybody enjoys this one. The best thing that I ate today, for me, by far, the best side dish that there is, known to man on Thanksgiving, the sweet potato casserole. I mean, it is just a tremendous side. I love the sweet potato casserole, and yeah, that was my favorite thing that I ate today. Also had a couple desserts, pumpkin roll. I'm a big pumpkin roll guy. Also had a slice of pumpkin pie, so that was also a very tasty dessert as well. So let's go ahead and sweet potato casserole goes crazy. Absolutely. How are you? I'm doing great. T Lightning. We do not have marshmallows. We go pecans on top personally. But I think the little crunch does a lot for the dessert. But I'm a big sweet potato casserole guy. So like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and tweet Miami Dolphins versus Green Bay Packers live play-by-play reaction. Then of course upload to the Instagram story as well. And like I said, hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. What did I think about the Bears' final drive? I guess we could talk about that before we really dive into the Dolphins and Packers game and everything. That was just ridiculous. I just couldn't believe how just idiotic the decision was. And it was just kind of like, here we go again with Matt Eberflus. And obviously, I mean, everybody thinks he should be fired for a reason. And the reactions from the Bears players from that game were pretty telling. So that's kind of where I stand on that. I think he should be gone. I think everybody else thinks he should be gone too. It was definitely not ideal. As Matt Eberflus, has he been fired yet? He is not. It was crazy, the whole thing. And there was a tweet that I saw, or I tweeted a picture that I saw, and I couldn't believe how the game ended. It was insane. For just I'll read the exact word for word here. The Bears had trailed by 3 points and had the ball on the 25-yard line with 1 timeout and 46 seconds left. They did not turn the ball over. They did not attempt a field goal. They did not call a timeout. They did not score. They lost 23-20. That's just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Obviously, everybody feels the same way about Matt Eberflus. KP says the Bears are cooked. They are indeed cooked. And I don't know what the first thing is going to be to fire Matt Eberflus, but I don't know. Is Ben Johnson going to want to take that job? That's definitely a question for sure. As a Bears fan, I hate my life. I can understand it. I would understand why you feel that way. But if you guys are enjoying, like I said, please drop a like. Helps the channel tremendously. And like I said, I'm just tweeting or putting on Instagram that we are live for the play-by-play. And I am excited, guys. I am very, very excited for this game. Let's go ahead and tweet this out, or put this on the gram, rather. Post the link. And we are good to go. So hopefully everybody has their face stuffed. Hopefully everybody has their snacks and everything ready. I am just going to be honest. I am probably like 30 seconds behind, and then I don't know how far the stream is relative to the actual game being played. So if you're watching a play and then you see my play, like my analysis of the play after that, just wanted to go and just let you know that before. So I just wanted to let have those couple prefaces out of the way. Let's see here. Eberflus should be gone as soon as they land. Agree. Some people also said that Eberflus should not have been on the plane back, which I also wouldn't exactly disagree with. The Cowboys team won't fool me. We are making the playoffs. I don't think you have to worry about that. This should be a pretty high-scoring game between the Packers and Dolphins. I hope so. I hope we have a good stream. This is going to be, like I said, it's my first time streaming, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So I have, just in case I know there's times where you have to really specifically pay attention in terms of, the calls and everything. So I do have the volume on slightly. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but just wanted to, let you guys know that as well. So let me know, can you guys actually hear the background TV? Because I have it on. If you can, I will turn it completely off. But I just wanted to go ahead and just, get that out of the way as well. Let's see here. Any thoughts on stream collabs? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I would definitely be open to that. I'll just say that. I would definitely be open. Thoughts on the Bears next year and the NFC North as a whole? The Bears are fine long term. I'm not really worried about that at all. It's just frustrating for the rookie season for Caleb to just effectively be wasted because of a head coach that everybody knew entering the season was a problem. That was just one thing that I was just frustrated about. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and we have it's Dolphins versus Packers bot. Let's go ahead and mute that. All right. Ain't no way bots. Yeah, I know. I just muted them. I just muted it. We're good. We're good. I just muted it. It's all good. All right. I was so excited to talk about the Panthers because I watched the Panthers game and I was ecstatic with how Bryce played. Do you think he is the guy, and is Dave Canales the GOAT of quarterback resurgence? I don't think he's the GOAT of quarterback resurgence, especially with how the year started. I mean, I don't want to get into like a rankings of quarterback resurgences, and how that would work. But what I would say is Kevin O'Connell was doing a tremendous job with Sam Darnold. And I don't know where, or how the rankings would go after that personally. But that's I mean, I just don't want to get into a ranking and all of that. All right, let's go ahead. Let's pull up some notes for the game. Like I said, I'm very, very much looking forward to first live stream ever for a game. And I know, like I said, I know a lot of people were very much looking forward to this. So let's go and pull up. I just want to look up the Dolphins inactives, confirm the Dolphins inactives here. In your opinion, what would theoretically happen if Matt took a timeout with 30 seconds remaining? I mean, in the worst case, okay, the worst case would probably Caleb takes another sack. That would probably be the worst case, because then it'd be like 4th and 40 or whatever it would have been. And then the best case obviously would have been a touchdown. I don't think the Bears were going to win in regulation, no matter what, especially after the play. So that's going through that scenario there. If they take the timeout, I think the best case realistically would be to run a quick slant, pick up 9 or 10 yards, attempt a field goal, take it overtime. Realistically, I don't think anybody should get into the conversation of, well, let's say Keenan, not Keenan, well, I guess Keenan, but Keenan or DJ or Rome, somebody falls down and they get in for a wide open touchdown. I don't think that would have happened. I don't think it's something you can rely on and actively think that was going to be a scenario in regulation. Let's see here. KOC at this current moment is a top 5 coach and honestly should be coach of the year. That's a spicy take. I like it. I like hearing that. All right, let's see here. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying, like I said, please drop a like, and I'm going to go ahead and post that we are live on the community tab. People have been asking for it, so like I said, I just want to go ahead and let everybody know. You guys have been asking, and we are live. You guys have been asking, and we are live streaming the Dolphins-Packers game. By the way, who do you guys think is going to win this game tonight? I'm actually curious on that one. Packers are 3.5-point favorites. Dolphins, of course, often get the accusations that they can't play in the cold. So I'm eager to, hopefully, the Dolphins beat those allegations tonight for their sake. Mike McDaniel was 25-20 lifetime as the Dolphins head coach, 0-2 in the postseason. We'll see if they can win in the cold tonight. And we are live streaming the Dolphins and Packers game. Dolphins win and Achane goes off. I would very much enjoy that. I would very, very much enjoy that. Let's go ahead and tweet the link. Boom, baby. We are good. Hawk Tua carrying Finn's gonna blow out. I don't know about that one. I definitely don't know about that one. That's I don't think you can confidently say that. My coach of the year right now personally would be Kevin O'Connell. I mean, like I said, you lead Sam Darnold to a 9-2 start. I thought at this point through 11 games, the Vikings would be like 5-6, maybe 6-5, and then to start the year 5-0, and your only 2 losses are to the Lions and then to the Rams on a short week. I would personally say Kevin O'Connell, but that's just me. Do this more, please. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see how this goes. Melissa Stark just said it's 27 degrees. No way the Finns hold up in this kind of cold weather. Jason Sanders is about to kick off now. All right, I guess we have to get the all right, bot, get out of here. We have to get the announcing ready. Put user in timeout. Let's keep it going, and there we go. All right. Kick returners for Green Bay are Keyshawn Nixon and Corey Ballantyne. And Jason Sanders getting ready to get us underway for the Dolphins-Packers game in Lambeau on Thanksgiving night. And we are underway with a kick from Jason Sanders. The Packers are going to field the ball around the 3-yard line. He's going to take it out to the right. He has a crease. He has a big crease. He's out past the 40, still going, and he's tackled at the 47-yard line. What a run back and what a start for the Green Bay Packers. They are going to open up with the ball on their own 47-yard line. It's a great run back by Keyshawn Nixon, and unfortunately there is a player down for the Packers. And we, of course, hope he's all right. He's still down, receiving medical attention. So we'll see how this all plays out. But it was a very good run back for the Packers. And Corey Ballantyne, looks like he got his neck crunched. I don't want to speculate, but that didn't look pretty. I'll just say that. It looked like, his neck got crunched, but I'm not going to speculate in terms of injuries or anything and determine whether or not he's going to be out or any of that. I don't want to get in that conversation. We, of course, wish him the best and hope that he walks off the field here in a couple seconds. But he's up and he's moving, so that's a good sign. And see where we are here. First time watching you live. You're genuinely great at this. Hope you know how well spoken you are. I appreciate that more than you know. I really do. I really do appreciate that more than you know. And I'm looking forward to the game. But like I said, right now we are, hoping that we get off the field here injury-free and that he walks off. And it's a tough first play to go. I mean, this is my first time broadcasting ever, so we'll see how it goes. Who is my dark horse contender? My dark horse contender in the NFC is Minnesota. Okay, we're walking off the field. We're good. Okay, we're walking off under our own power, and I think that's the best case scenario for that specifically. All right, the Packers are taking the field. They're going through the player introductions. My dark horse contender would probably be Minnesota, I guess, as dark horse as that can be. Although I'll also say Tampa. I think Tampa can legitimately win the division. I definitely like Tampa. And I think they're a really, really talented team. And I don't think their record is indicative of how they actually are. So let's go ahead and... Did I not post this? All right, anyway. Josh Jacobs is going to get the ball, and he's going to get back to the line for a gain of 0. And Green Bay's going to have 2nd and 10. Love your vids, love the content, love the channel. I appreciate that more than you know. This is your first time. You're doing great. Props. You couldn't even tell. I appreciate it. Jordan Love on the year. 18 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, tie for the second most in the NFL. And we'll see how Jordan Love does tonight. Packers currently have 2nd and 9. We have a couple snowflakes. So we do have, in theory, a snow game going on here. Josh Jacobs motions into the backfield. There's a false start, and Green Bay's going to have 2nd and 14. We're going to have 2nd and 14, and that was a false start on, I believe, number 85, Tucker Kraft. So after the kick return, Green Bay has one run for 1 yard and a false start to put him back at 2nd and 14. We'll see how it goes. Bears are definitely LOL cow of the week. Yeah, it was a tough one. It was just what are we doing? That was the biggest thing for me, where it was just why more than anything. At the end of the game. All right, here we have 2nd and 14. We have trips to the left from right hash. We'll see what we have here. And we're going to pass the ball here. Jordan Love, play action, stepping up. Jordan Love going deep. Deep shot for Jordan Love, and he overthrows Jaden Reed. And the Packers are going to have 3rd and 14 here with 13:45 left in the first quarter. So, good start for the Dolphins, or good bounce back for the Dolphins through the first couple of plays after a very big kick return. And we'll see how they choose to defend the 3rd and 14. It was a good concept there by LaFleur as he had Jaden on the deep post, and he created him open. I really like the concept. 3rd and 14, here we go. Jordan Love dropping back. Jordan Love is hit, and I think that's a fumble. Ball still live. Calais Campbell picks it up, and Miami is going to take over at the Green Bay 33-yard line. I think that was a fumble. There's no chance that was there's no way that was passing forward, right? Incomplete pass. Oh, I don't know about that. That looked like it was a fumble. They're replaying now. I think that's a fumble. He had the ball at the top here, and then he kind of pushed it forward. His arm wasn't moving forward. Oh, I mean, where do you guys stand on this one? That is about as bang as it gets, man. That is about as bang, because you can definitely make the case for either side. So I don't think Mike McGinnis should challenge this, because I think they're going to go with what was on the field. So it's going to be an incomplete pass. Green Bay will punt the ball away. And Miami we'll see how this punt goes, but that was a good first drive stance here. Okay, enough. That was a good first drive stance for the Dolphins, especially after what happened. So that was a good first drive, and I'm kind of glad the Dolphins didn't challenge that. The punt is going to be fielded around the 14-yard line, and he bobbled it. He bobbled the punt, and the Packers looks like they recover, and they're going to get the ball inside the Dolphins 10. Green Bay football. What a turn of events. The Dolphins nearly changed the tide after having a bad kick return against them on the very first play of the game. Malik Washington bobbles the punt. Green Bay recovers, and now they are in prime position to go up 7-0 early in this game. Muffed punt. Not the start the Dolphins wanted. Well, it was the start they wanted after the bad kick return, and now we have a couple of plays into the game. Green Bay is going to get the ball inside the Dolphins' 10-yard line. That is not good for Miami at all. That is not what they wanted, and that was just an unfortunate sequence for Green Bay in terms of just everything, or just an unfortunate sequence for Miami. Green Bay now has the ball first and goal at the 9-yard line. 13:30 left in the first quarter. Green Bay definitely has the momentum here. They have to go for the kill. I mean, you have 4 shots here. This may be a hot take, but I would personally rather go for the touchdown. Even if you don't get it on the first 3, unless it's like 4th and goal from the 8 or something, you got to go for the touchdown here. Hand off to Josh Jacobs. He's going to go out to the left, going to cut it back to the right, and Josh Jacobs in one play down to the 2.5-yard line. It looks like Green Bay has 2nd and goal. Gain of 6. Personally, what I would like for Matt LaFleur to do here, Josh Jacobs is signaling to just keep it moving. I would personally try and set the tone early. It's a cold game. You know Miami struggles in cold weather. Personally, I would prefer them to just pound the rock, say, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, welcome to Green Bay, welcome to Wisconsin, just pound the rock 3 more times. I would love for the Packers to set the tone here against Miami. Welcome them to the north. You know it's cold weather. Flurries on the ground, just pound the rock. There we go. Another handoff to Josh Jacobs. I'm not a big fan of handing it out of the gun, especially when you only need 3 yards. And he gets back to the line, and we're going to have 3rd and goal from the 3. Would have preferred a handoff under center, but we have 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. 12:30 left in the first quarter. All right, where's the fam at? Free 60 yards for Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, please. My fantasy craves it. We'll see how this turns out. Green Bay has a great start to the game, and we're going to see how they handle this here. 3rd and goal from the 3. Now they're under center. This is what I would have preferred. We have a little bunch to the right. Dontavian Wicks is slightly in motion, and he's going to stop right there. We have 3rd and goal. Another play-action fake. Jordan Love going back. Jordan Love throwing, and it is caught. Jaden Reed, touchdown Packers, and the Green Bay is up 6-0. Lambeau leap from Jaden Reed, and Green Bay is up a touchdown just a couple of minutes into the game, and that was a great capitalization for the Packers after a Miami miscue. And that's often the name of the game, is capitalizing on other teams' miscues, and Green Bay did exactly that. They're now up 6-0, pending the extra point, and we, of course, already changed the scoreboard here, and here we go. We have the extra point. Green Bay has had a lot of kicking troubles this year. 3 minutes into the game, Green Bay is already up 6-0. And the extra point is up, and it is good. 7-0 Green Bay. So, pretty good first drive there or not first drive, but pretty good capitalization there for Green Bay. And that is, to me, just one of the biggest things that Miami can't do. If Miami's season in a lot of ways is on the line, and they can't afford to make mistakes like this. Miami's season in a lot of ways is on the line. and they can't afford to make mistakes like that. Just a frustrating start. Just an all-around frustrating start for Miami. Why isn't Tyreek on the punts and kickoffs? I personally can't answer that, but I know if I were paying a player that much money, I would rather them just not. That's kind of where I stand on that one. But I personally would not want Tyreek Hill out there. And I know Justin Jefferson has never been a return guy, but as a Vikings fan, I would not want Justin Jefferson out there either. I wouldn't want Justin Jefferson out there. I don't think people know how brutal that weather is in the Midwest unless you live there. It's tough. The coldest / windiest weather I've ever experienced personally was I went to the Patriots-Bills snow game a couple years ago where the Patriots only ran 3 times. I was at that game. And I walked outside of Buffalo earlier that day, like 3, 4 in the afternoon. Never in my life have I felt like I was getting punched in the face by the wind and until I experienced that. So definitely, I would probably agree with that Midwest statement. I've been to Minneapolis in late October, never passed that, but it's definitely something to experience for sure. Put user in timeout. We have the bots. We have the bots in here. Cole, my guy, with the super chat. Appreciate Cole. Appreciate you being in here, man. I messaged Cole earlier today, and just about some general tips about how to go about this. Appreciate the super chat, Cole. Dolphins gonna freeze again, and yeah, it's not looking good so far. I mean, that was not anywhere close to the start the Dolphins wanted. Guys, how do I get rid of these bots, man? Let's see here. Remove. Just no, that's not what I want. Hide user on this channel. There we go. I live in Minnesota. The air hurts your face. I definitely believe that. So for the Dolphins here, their schedule right now after this game, I muted them. I did mute them. And I did block them. So the Dolphins right now are 5-6. They're obviously playing at Green Bay right now. They play home against the Jets, at the Texans, home against the 49ers, at the Browns, and then at the Jets. This is, I mean, I don't want the Dolphins to go into the rest of the year and basically just say, all right, like, we have to win out. So this is, in a lot of ways, must win. The bots are annoying. My mod set up auto block on them. I can see how they did that and hit you up about it later. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. I would appreciate that. How surprised would you be with the Steelers-Vikings Super Bowl? Extremely. I don't think either are going to make it. I would be extremely surprised. I just don't think either are going to make it. No disrespect to either team. I mean, Sam Darnold is not, I don't think he's going to lead the Vikings to the Super Bowl, but that's just me. And then the Steelers, well, anyway, we're back underway. Kickoff for Green Bay is going to be a touchback. Miami's going to get the ball for the first time with 12 minutes left in the first quarter, down a touchdown. Certainly not a normal start to the game for Miami, as they had the kickoff return out past the 45. They made a defensive stand, and then they made a mental miscue, botched a punt. Green Bay capitalized on a Jaden Reed touchdown, and Miami now takes over at the 30-yard line. Here we go. 3 minutes into the game. There's Mike McDaniel. He is not wearing the wish it was colder shirts, but he looks pretty chilly on the sideline. Tua Tagovailoa in shotgun rather. Dolphins have 3 receivers down at the bottom of the screen, or 2 and a tight end, if you will. Devon Achane motions out to the right, and we have a flag pre-snap. And let's see what the call here is. We have a false start, and the Dolphins are going to be 1st and 15 back to their own 25-yard line. Back to their own 25-yard line. First and 15 from the 25. Again, the Dolphins, this is what frustrates me with the Dolphins, is they're doing everything they can to shoot themselves in the foot, and we're 3 minutes into the game. All right, motions out to the left. Here we go. 1st and 15. We have a bunch of formation. This is actually a really weird formation. We have a screen. Devon Achane is going to get the ball. He's going to make the play, and he's going to pick up around 11 yards on his first reception of the game. He's going to set up Miami for a 2nd and 4. All right. And appreciate everyone being in here. And if you are enjoying, like I said, please drop a like. It helps the channel tremendously. So let's keep it going here. They got Matt Eberflus right after that terrible time management. All right, we have 2nd and 4. 11:30 on the game clock. Devon Achane, 50 receptions now on the year, also has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year. There's been a lot of frustrated fantasy owners with Tyreek Hill over the past couple weeks, but we have 2nd and 4, 2 under shotgun, another ball to Devon Achane. Achane is going to get the first down, and Miami looks to be out to the 42-yard line. They're introducing the Packers defense now, and I really think the best thing that could happen for Miami right here is to have a slow drive to just kind of take the pressure off the defense, basically for the offense to say, look, we have you, and especially the special teams for that matter. Just a nice slow drive would be good here for Miami. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Tua dropping back. Tua out to the left. We have a flag, and Tua is sacked at the 30-yard line. Big loss. There is a flag on the play. That is a big loss for the Dolphins. And we have an offsides penalty to negate the sack, and it's going to be a first down for Miami. Rashawn Gary was offsides, the 6-year veteran from the University of Michigan. And he's now trotting off the field, and Miami's going to get a first down out of that. Actually, disregard. I think it may have been a first down regardless. But the Dolphins get a free 5. I live in Massachusetts and I've never had a white Christmas, even though it's freezing. That actually is awful. I've only had one white Christmas in Maryland, but I would definitely prefer to have a white Christmas. So I live that far north. But we have 1st and 5 from the 47-yard line. Oh, the Packers almost looked to jump off sides again. They did, and they're going to call the snap here. They're going to call the play. It should be another offsides, and that's looking like it's going to be 10 free yards. Oh, we have a false start. Disregard. We are back to where we started. We are back to where we started for this, and we have 1st and 10 for Miami with 10:29 on the game clock. Dolphins shooting themselves in the foot once again. We are a couple of minutes into the game. The Dolphins allow the Packers to get out to the 45-yard line. They dropped a punt, and they've committed 2 false starts, and we're in the first 5 minutes of the game. And this is effectively their season on the line. We have 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Tua under center. I'd be kind of surprised. Just run the ball here. Run the ball. Run the ball. Okay, we have a run, and it actually loses a yard, and Devon Achane is tackled for a 1-yard loss. We're going to have 2nd and 11. I did like that they ran the ball there. That would have been my preference just to kind of settle things down. And that was what I definitely preferred there. All right, let's see here. No, Brandon. No. Let's keep it rolling here. All right, it'll be funny if the Packers lose. I don't hate them or anything, but the NFC North is too competitive for anyone to lose games. It'd be beneficial for the Vikings and Lions for sure. 2nd and 11 from the 42-yard line, and Dolphins are in a offset formation here. That's a weird play, funky play. Tua is never handed the ball off, and it's going to be a loss of 3. Oh, they definitely hit Tua's head on the way down. I know he's just trying to get up, but that was an awkward, like jumping, or not jumping, but just getting up from the ground. Tua's head was definitely hit on the way up. We're going to have 3rd and 14 here. So Tua never got rid of the ball. Lucas Van Ness tackles him. By the way, I didn't think it was like dirty or anything. It was just like, whoa. So we have 3rd and 14 here for the Dolphins. And we have a flag on the play. What is the flag? The players would not separate after the play. Maybe it was regarding Tua getting hit. Wait for the call here. 9:04 on the game clock. Waiting for the call here. Personal foul. Offense. Dolphins continue to commit mistakes. This one was on Jonnu Smith, an unnecessary roughness. Okay, so Packers pushed Jonnu Smith, grabbed him by the shoulders. They both grabbed each other. Is there a second one from Jonnu? Oh, and the Jonnu that's every time. Every time. They went for the first push. They were going to allow the first one. He grabbed him back, and then he just put his hands right in Xavier McKinney's face. The Dolphins have a 3rd and 29, and that is just not good football, man. 3 penalties for 25 yards in the first 6 minutes of the game. There's not a lot in the playbook here on 3rd and 29, and that is just incredibly frustrating for Miami here. 3rd and 29, they just hand it to Raheem Mostert, who's going to pick up maybe 4 yards, and they're going to be off the field. 3 penalties for 25 yards in the first couple of minutes of the game is a recipe for losing football. The Dolphins allowed a big kick return. They dropped a punt. They muffed a punt inside their own 10-yard line. And they have 3 offensive penalties on the first drive. Recipe for losing football. Just all around frustrating, man. It's preventable. Let's see here. Very dumb football from Miami, and that's what I'm upset about, is because they're just saying, "Hey, Green Bay, do you want the game?" So they punt the ball, and the punt is out of bounds. It looks like it's around the 27-yard line. Green Bay is up 7-0, and like I said, I think they're going to get the ball around the 27. No official placement for that yet, and we are on commercial. Okay, we are on commercial. Not here though. We don't have commercials here. All right. First time catching it live, I paid vast amounts of money to get my hands on O'Brien and Slowick. Okay, who is Bill O'Brien? What O'Brien am I missing here? I'm missing something. I'm missing something here. I'm missing something there, because I'm sure you're not talking about Bill O'Brien. And Slowick has also been frustrating. He's also been frustrating this year. So that's just, that whole thing has been disappointing for me this year for the Texans. McDaniel just loves his screens. How about McDaniel just wants his team to play disciplined football? I would definitely prefer that at this point. That would be what I would prefer. Also, glad you enjoy, Doc. Glad you enjoy. Let's keep it going here. All right, I've always said that Miami has been a team that has historically beat teams that are worse than them. They're going to continue this streak. That's what it's looking like, and that is frustrating, because it shouldn't be like this. It should not be like this for this team. I mean, I do think Green Bay will win, and I thought Green Bay was going to win entering the game. But for Miami to look this bad with silly mistakes and by beating themselves, I don't know how you're not extremely frustrated at this point. The logo is a tribute to John Madden, which is pretty cool. John Madden, ultimate football guy, legend. McDaniel fraud. I don't want to put this specifically on Mike McDaniel right now, although it's, I mean, let me actually kind of retract that. You can if you want. I'll say that. Feels like I'm watching the Ravens with these foolish mistakes. I can understand where you're coming from there. The Dolphins are basically handing the Packers this game, man. They're basically handing them the game. I'll be eager to see how the defense responds this drive, because the defense, whenever the defense is set up in that situation, whenever they are set up on the 9-yard line, really the best you can hope for, I mean, let's just call it what it is. Really the best you can hope for is to give up a field goal. That's what you're hoping for in that specific situation. Like, you're not hoping for, all right, let's get a pick six, a 95-yard pick six. So the defense has not been set up well. They've had 2 possessions so far. They were on their own 47-yard line, or on the Packers' 47-yard line, and then their own 9-yard line. Those are the 2 possessions the Packers have had so far. And the defense only gave up like 15 yards. So the Dolphins' defense is going to need you to step up again, because the offense did not look good in that first drive. We are back. 7:53 left in the first quarter. Josh Jacobs motioning into the backfield. They have the ball at the 24-yard line. Green Bay calling Jaden Reed in motion. A little orbit motion for Jaden Reed. Jordan Love, a little screenplay to the tight end, and he's going to pick up close to a first down. He's going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards. And Tucker Kraft will set Green Bay up for a 2nd and 2 around the 33-yard line. I hate when teams are undisciplined. It makes me livid. I'm a Steelers fan, and I'm not a big fan of George Pickens' attitude and Joey Porter Jr.'s habits. That can definitely get frustrating because, the undisciplined part is definitely frustrating for sure. Because you just want to not commit silly penalties. 2nd and 1 from the 32-yard line. Josh Jacobs orbits motions back into what looked like an inside zone, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards. He's going to get the first down. 2 plays, 11 yards so far for the Packers on their 3rd drive of the game. And they have a 1st and 10. Up 7-0 in the first quarter. All right. Jordan Love last week against the Niners, 13-23, 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. See what type of look we have here pre-snap. Packers are in a little bunch to the left. Trying to see, who's that? Christian Watson down here at the bottom. They're snapping from far ash here. They're calling Dontavian Wicks in motion. And Love is dropping back. Love throws across the middle. Ball up in the air. And it is an incomplete pass. And it looks like Kader Kohou is down. And that is a tough one. That is nobody's fault. That's unfortunately a part of the game. The ball bounced right up in the air. The first instinct is to go after the ball. Looks like Kader got the worst end of the hit here. Ball bounces off Dontavian Wicks' arms, and Kader Kohou and Christian Watson immediately went for the ball. Unfortunately, it looked like Christian Watson's shoulder went right into Kader's helmet, which obviously the shoulder is going to win every time over that one. And the training staff is out, and we'll see what develops out of this. We'll see what comes out of this. Happy Thanksgiving. We're thankful for football. Appreciate it, KP. Likewise. And I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream. And I am very thankful for you guys as well. I really cannot thank you guys enough for the support. And I'm enjoying the stream. Hopefully you guys are too. Dude hip checked him in the side of the head. I mean, you can't call that. Like that is, they're both going for the ball. Like that play was so bang bang. There's no, like, this was a dirty play. None of that. It's part of the game. The ball bounced straight up in the air. They're both trying to make a play for their team. It happens. Go Dolphins, says MVR owner. That's just football. How was my Thanksgiving? My Thanksgiving was awesome. How was your guys' Thanksgiving? Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let's see here. Having a duo of Higgins and Leggett would make it over for everyone. I don't necessarily if I would agree with that. But it would be a lot better for the Panthers' future. I would agree with that part. Am I going to see Wicked? I am probably not. The last movie that I saw in theaters was Twisters. Good movie. Recommend. Saw it on my birthday back in August. It's a pretty good movie. Pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. Skull Vikes, absolutely. That's what's up. Skull Vikes, baby. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying, we're at 69 likes. Please drop a like if you are enjoying, and we're going to continue the stream all throughout the game. So the game is young, and we will see. We'll see what comes out of this here. Hopefully, Kader is okay. The game is still on commercial on my screen, and we'll see what happens out of this. I hope we see him walk off. Hopefully, he's okay, and hopefully he comes back in the game here soon enough. All right. Who do you think could next be? All right, let's see here. Appreciated MVR. Let's see here. Who do you think could be next for a ton of money coming up? Oh, sorry, Sol. I did see your comments about Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton will definitely be paid a lot. Let's see, who's else in the 2022 class? Aiden Hutchinson will. Jamar Chase, of course. I'm just thinking of the 21 and 22 class because that's the next class that's up. Jamar Chase, like we said, those guys. Trevor was already paid. Those are definitely the ones for sure. All right, we are back. I'm going to have to turn this up because I don't know what happened to Kader Kohou. Like, can somebody confirm what happened to Kader Kohou? Because I can't hear the broadcast. So can somebody confirm what happened to Kader Kohou? 2nd and 10. We have play action fake. Jordan Love just going to check it down. Josh Jacobs catches the ball, and he's going to hop out to... He's going to pick up about 8 yards. So we're going to have about 3rd and 2. And see what the Packers do here. They can really... If they can get a first down out of this, 3rd and 3. If they get a first down out of this, continue to just milk the clock, pound the football, play Midwest football, they can really set the tone. 3rd and 3. Jordan Love looking for a quick release, couldn't find it. Finds his man. Tucker Kraft catches the ball. First down to the 41-yard line. This is a good drive here for the Packers. This is a really, really good drive here for the Packers. And their 3rd drive of the game is looking swell. Jordan Love wanted his first read. It was Christian Watson. Didn't get it. Came back. Looked to his left. Found Tucker Kraft for the first down. And Tucker Kraft made a good play. And Green Bay is now in Miami territory for the 2nd time already in the first couple of minutes in the game. So we'll see how this goes here. All right. 1st and 10 from the 41. Packers have a little trio to the right. Jaden Reed in motion. And Josh Jacobs runs the ball. He's going to, make sure Christian Watson gets up. And Christian Watson, a little slow to get up, but he did get up. Those plays always scare me whenever you see guys, whenever you see guys get like tabletopped and you see them, go back. But I'm glad to see Christian Watson get up there, and looked like about a gain of 3 for Josh Jacobs. All right, we have about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Well, it's 4:45 on my screen right now, probably by the time the ball is snapped. But we have 2nd and 8 on the 39-yard line. Player in motion. Packers have 2 in the backfield. Josh Jacobs, the second time they called this here, a little orbit motion into an inside zone. That's a really good play, and that's going to be a first down for the Packers. So what I'm guessing that orbit motion into the inside zone does, the reason that I think that they're calling that, let's see if we have it here from the behind angle. I would guess that that's going to, because they're going to think that Josh Jacobs is going to go like all the way out to the left, so it's kind of going to free a man in the box without actually having to do anything, and then the Packers can just have a man down less in the box. That way it can open up the run game more, and you saw that for the hole right there for the first down. So hopefully I explained that as well as I could without a diagram, without being able to like write on the board and everything, but that was my guess for the goal of that play. We have 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Little pitch play to Josh Jacobs, and Josh Jacobs is going to get about a yard, and we're going to have 2nd and 9 from the 27-yard line. Kohu walked off under his own power, but has to get checked out. I appreciate that. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Okay, that is good. That is good. That is good. The Dolphins is not going to beat 2 allegations, not being able to beat good teams and winning in the cold. Certainly not looking that way right now. It very much looks like Green Bay is going to go up by at least 2 scores here. I don't know if it's going to be 14, but at least it looks like it's going to be a 10-0 game very, very soon. Tucker Kraft in motion. 2nd and 9. We have another motion here. Dontavian Wicks coming in motion. We now have 2 players down at the bottom. Dolphins may have been offsides. They weren't, and the Packers are going to get about 5 yards here. We're going to have about 3rd and 4 from the 23-yard line. Good way of explaining motion. I appreciate that. And Ryan, appreciate the super chat. And Ryan says, will teams see Green Bay and bring back rookie quarterback sitting? Absolutely, 100%. Yes. Not every situation is created equal. So I don't want to say that that's going to be the if you don't do that, you're going to be done moving forward. I don't want that to be the takeaway. I'll discuss more in a minute, and I'll break this all down in a minute. Appreciate the super chat, Ryan. But we have 3rd and 4, and Tucker Kraft is in motion out to the left. The Packers have numbers. They have 4 on one side. They have 4 to the field side, only 1 to the boundary side. They're going to call the run to the boundary side, and they're going to get down inside the 10-yard line. Great run, and they're going to have the ball all the way down to the 6-yard line. The Dolphins right now, I have to be honest, they look pretty gassed. This does not look good for the Dolphins at all right this particular second. They look pretty gassed, and that was a really, really good run right there. Emmanuel Wilson with the run down to, it looks like the 7-yard line. Packers have 1st and goal. Or down to about the 7.5. Here we have 1st and goal. I am a proponent for setting the tone. They've Dontavian Wicks now behind the offensive lineman. Good call running the football there. Set the tone. Good call, LaFleur. Good play call. Keep chugging. Keep chugging. Josh Jacobs is down to the 1. Josh Jacobs is down to the 1. You got 3 plays, 2nd and goal. Keep it simple. If you guys have ever heard this, it's a KISS concept. Keep it simple, stupid. Just pound the rock. Just pound the rock. You have 3 tries. I'm very much, as simple as this idea is, I am very much an advocate of have the chance to go up on a team that we have heard all of the rumors that they can't play in the cold. Just pound the rock. Bring an extra offensive lineman in. Report that an extra offensive lineman's eligible. Have as much beef along the offensive line as you can. Make them stop you. There's a good play. Jordan Love gets tackled, but Josh Jacobs gets the touchdown. Great effort by the Dolphins. Better execution from Jordan Love to hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs as he was being tackled, and we have a 13-0 ball game, guys. Green Bay is looking like they are the better team by far. It doesn't really look close right this particular second, and Green Bay right now is up 13-0 over the Miami Dolphins pending the extra point. We, of course, know that Green Bay has had a lot of kicker troubles, so they're going to go for the extra point here. They're up 13-0 with a minute left in the first quarter. Snap, hold, kick is down the middle. Green Bay is up 14-0, and we still have a minute to go in the first quarter. And I have to be honest, this was an all-around not good quarter for the Dolphins. Regardless, I mean, unless they can somehow get a big play touchdown to end the first quarter or to end the first quarter on a high note, this was one of the worst quarters that Miami possibly could have had. They were dominated in the trenches. This was just a bad all-around quarter, man. They had silly mistakes. They did everything they could to be down 14-0, and they're doing this to themselves. All right, now to go back to the super chat, Ryan. Do I think Green Bay will teams bring back rookie quarterback sitting? Yes. I do think that, and there's always going to be Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, those guys, Geno Smith, those guys are not what you should expect. If you get that, awesome, but I don't think you should head into a season and next year and say, all right, we have Drew Lock as our starting quarterback. Drew Lock's going to be Sam Darnold. He's going to throw for 4,000 yards and 27 touchdowns, and we can draft Cam Ward, we can draft Shedeur Sanders, and we'll be all right. I don't think that should ever be the expectation. If it works out like that, awesome. But what I would say is the rookie quarterbacks, the Bryce Youngs, the Anthony Richardsons. Now, Anthony Richardson's a little bit of a different situation because he only played like 10 or 11 career college starts or something like that. But it's going to swing back around. It's going to swing back around. I did a video on that a couple weeks ago. It was discussing a lot of Anthony Richardson, discussing a lot of Bryce Young. It's going to swing back around. It's definitely going to swing back around here. All right, let's see what other chats we have. AK excited about his Packers. Definitely understand that. I would be too. Jordan Love is my GOAT, although I mean, no disrespect there. Jordan Love, he didn't really do too much on that drive. He's playing fine, of course, but that was good handoff. Definitely a good handoff there. What's up from the great state of Texas? Awesome. What's up, man? How you doing? What's up? Super chat from Jonathan. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Hey, man, been following you for a long time. Think you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. What are your thoughts on Tua's history of concussions and how that affects his play now? So, first off, the concussions part. Let's go ahead and discuss this. I am not at liberty to discuss, what is best for Tua. What is, I have zero medical credentials. I work out and I go to the gym. That does not translate to me saying, hey, you should do this, Tua. So, no medical credentials at all. I just want to preface with that. But it's hard for me to say, if you had this many, because he signed the contract, if you had this many millions of dollars staring you in the face, to not just retire. That's probably the decision I would make. But Tua is the offense. Tua is the... you saw how bad the offense looked whenever it was Skylar Thompson, whenever it was Tyler Huntley. Tua is the offense. He is the guy he's the engine. Tua, the offense is so predicated on timing and rhythm and those touch passes from Tua that the Dolphins obviously need him, but it's a long story short to say, I respect his decision, although it's not one I would personally make. And I think Tua is playing fine, since all of that. That is how I would answer that. This is a must-win game, and the Dolphins are throwing it away. They absolutely are, and it's frustrating for Dolphins fans. It's just very, very frustrating because it's so entirely preventable. At least what they've been doing so far. That's what I'm upset about for the Dolphins and their fan base right now, and that's just where we are, man. Because they don't need to. I mean, they just the mistakes have been evident, and we'll just see how it goes from here. 1st and 10, ball in the 30. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. A little motion, a little fake going for... Oh, good play call. Great concept by McDaniel. So what we had there was we had everybody moving left. Jonnu Smith snuck out the backside, and that was a beautiful play. Oh, we have it from the back here. You can see everybody with the fullback motioning. You have to respect H-hand speed. You see the linebackers get sucked into the play action, and Tua... Not that it was a hard throw, but just a good, perfectly timed ball to Jonnu Smith. And that is a first down for the Dolphins. So, absolutely love that for them. And let's keep it going here. We are 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line for Miami. Little motion out. And as we know, Miami loves to motion. Tua going to throw the ball in the flat there. It's going to be a gain of a couple to Alec Ingold. That's a really good open field tackle. I cannot emphasize enough for Eric Stokes, who has had troubles in his career at times, to make that open field tackle to end the first quarter and have Miami at 2nd and long. Kevin, appreciate the super chat. And Kevin says, Happy Thanksgiving. Do you have a favorite team? I do. My favorite team is the Minnesota Vikings. I actually have a Justin Jefferson jersey right here. I kind of changed the outlook of the room for tonight, and we'll see if I keep this moving forward in terms of the studio design. We'll see if we keep it. But the Vikings are my favorite team, and I wanted to change the studio up just because I can look at the TV in my office more head on rather than having my neck turned for 4 hours and having to do like one of these where I'm looking over and then you know what I mean. So the Vikings are my favorite team. Yes. All right. Who is the starting quarterback for the Vikings next year? His name is Jonathan James McCarthy. That is who the starting quarterback is for the Minnesota Vikings next year, and that is. I don't think that should be a hot take. Sam Darnold would be nice to bring back, especially after the year he's had, but he's not going to be the starter next year. All right, let's see what other chats we have. And appreciate the super chat, Kevin, by the way. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving as well, and hopefully you did too, Jonathan. Appreciate the super chat. Hopefully you guys each had, hopefully everyone had good Thanksgivings. Skull says Vikings honor. Agree. This is what they need to do, says Soul, and he says they need to play smart football and make no boneheaded mistakes. I couldn't agree more. I want to go ahead and pull up a couple of stats from this game because I don't think Tyreek or Waddle had a catch in that first quarter. I don't think they had. I think they were each shut out. So let's take a look here. 3-man TD parlay for this Green Bay game. Let me know who it was. All right, Jonnu Smith is not doing well for my fantasy team. Hopefully he starts performing. I think the Dolphins, this is a statement drive here for the Dolphins. Whether they score or not, this is a statement drive. Like everybody knows right now they're down 14. Okay, how are we going to respond to this? This is very much like now or never for the Dolphins because you cannot give the ball back to Green Bay, punt the ball, give them the ball, and have them return it at the 30-yard line and have them go right down the field the way they just did. So this is statement drive right here for the Dolphins. Very much. We'll see how they do here. Somebody said greetings from Germany. What's up, Leon? That's awesome. That is awesome. Is it like 2 a.m. there? 3 a.m.? That's pretty cool, man. That is really cool. Let's take a look here. And okay, so 2 is 4 for 4. Achane has 2 receptions. Jonnu Smith has 1. Ingold has 1. All right. The photo below the plaque is Shannon Sharp. It is Unk himself. All right, we are live. We're back in the second quarter. Alec Ingold, 2nd and 8. Ingold leaks out. He's going to get a first down, and we are the Dolphins rather are into Green Bay territory. This looks like a good bounce back drive. This looks like a good bounce back drive here. This looks like a really good bounce back drive, and that's a great just concept by McDaniel for Ingold to leak out there. I really, really. I'm a big Mike McDaniel fan. I like watching him call games, and I'm excited that my first game to call live on YouTube is a LaFleur McDaniel, just because they all coached in Washington in 2013 and they all kind of stem from the same tree. So we have a pitch to Devon Achane. Achane is going to break through and he gets a first down. Great run for Achane, and they are considerably deep into Green Bay territory now. Miami's looking good. After a not good first quarter. They have started the second quarter off with back-to-back first downs, and we'll see how Miami counters this. That was a great block by Ingold right there on edge, Cooper. I thought that was a great. That's a block right there, man. That was a block. Came out in 21 personnel, said we're going to run it down your throat. They did. They have the ball at the 31-yard line. Ingold's still on the field. He has considerable impact when on the field. Ingold motioning into the backfield. Achane gets the ball, and it's a loss of 2. Quay Walker and company bring him down. The rest of the cavalry came, led by Quay Walker. All right. Dolphins doing exactly what I need them to do as a Colts fan. It's going to be tough for them to win this game. It really is. It's going to be tough for them to win. I mean, Green Bay's a tough place to play on the road. Alec Ingold grew up a Packers fan. They're showing him now on the screen with his family. He played at Wisconsin. He's a former Badger. We have 2nd and 11 with 13 minutes left in the second quarter. From right hash. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek do not have a reception yet. Tua under center throws the ball, and there's Devon Achane makes the play. He makes a man miss. Devon Achane, third reception of the night. He's going to pick up 5 yards. The Dolphins are going to have 3rd and 6. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 6. All right. 3rd and 6 here for the Dolphins. I really am under the belief that the Dolphins need to get a touchdown here. I'm really under the belief they need to get a touchdown because this is it's kind of nut crunch time here for the Dolphins. Like they cannot give them the ball back without getting points. 3rd and 6. Ball on the 27-yard line. Jalen Waddle in motion. Tua takes the snap. Jalen Waddle goes on a deep route, and they're going to throw it underneath. Tyreek catches the ball, first reception of the night. Nowhere to go, and it's going to be a gain of 3, or 2.5 rather. The Dolphins have a big decision here. Do you try and go for the touchdown or take the points? Jason Sanders, pretty good kicker. What do you do here? They're going to go for it. They're going to stay on the field. 4th and 4. 4th and 4 for Miami. They have a pretty decent drive going here. It started back in the first quarter. The recommendation per Next Gen Stats is a field goal. Play clock winding down. The Dolphins' 4th down conversion rate is just 28%, dead last in the NFL. They have 4-by-1 look to the field side. A little motion, 4th and 4. They're going for it, and there's a flag. There is a flag pre-snap. All right, let's see what we have here. There's a super chat from Ryan we'll get to in a minute. We'll get that in a minute. We have delay of game, and that's going to force the Dolphins to have to kick a field goal. Another mental miscue from the Miami Dolphins. This is the story of this game, man. The story of this game. This is just all around incredibly frustrating right now for the Dolphins because this is Jason Sanders, great stat to show on the screen. 11 of 11 in his last 5 games, 16 of 16 extra points, 48 yards from left hash. It's a tough kick in Green Bay to try and put the Dolphins on the board. Snap, hold, kick is down the middle. If there's a flag, the kick was good from Jason Sanders, but there is a flag. We'll see what this flag is. If this is another pre-snap penalty from the Dolphins, this is inexcusable. We'll see what the flag is. Offside. So now we have a 4th and 4. And the question I think now that has to be asked is, are they going to send the offense back out for 4th and 4, which that was their original plan? Slayton for the Packers was offsides. His helmet, or no, he did jump. He did jump, and he didn't get back in time. And we have 4th and 4. Green Bay's defense is out there. This is a very big, very big point here in the game for Miami. If they do not get points out of this, I don't like where this is headed for Miami. So, like this drive. 4th and 4, ball on the left hash. Tyreek Hill in motion. Gonna have Waddle and Tyreek on the same side of the field. Both on the field side, 4th and 4. Green Bay looks to be in man-to-man coverage. Or no, they drop into a zone. Tua going through his reads. Tua throws across the middle. Jalen Waddle makes the play. And Jalen Waddle is going to be taken out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Big conversion. And by the way, I want to go back to a question that somebody had earlier about Tua. And it was to give you a specific chat, it was from Jonathan, who asked about just Tua and the Dolphins offense and everything. This is what I mean by how the Dolphins offense goes. I don't think Tyler Huntley and I don't think Skylar Thompson stay in the pocket that long to hit Jalen Waddle on the throw across the middle in the hole in the zone. So great read there by Tua. Dolphins now have the 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. Tyreek Hill in motion. And he's going to, or that was Devon Achane rather, and Achane is going to lose several yards. I don't know where they're going to actually credit him for the forward progress because he went back. His body took him all the way back to the 17-yard line, which would be a loss of 8. Regardless, it's a big loss for the Dolphins, and it's actually going to be 2nd and 15. All right. 2nd and 15 here. We have roughly 10 minutes left in the second quarter. And let's keep it rolling here. 9:40 left in the second quarter. Ball on the 15. Tough situation here for Miami. I think they have to get 10 yards here. Little screenplay. This is a reception for, I believe, Malik Washington, and he gets nothing out of it. Tyreek Hill right now, 1 reception for 2 yards. Jeff Hafley's defense is very, very good, and we're seeing that so far through this game and ultimately this drive. Now, I know the Dolphins have made a lot of mental miscues, but we're also seeing that through this drive. We're seeing it through this game. I mean, the Dolphins... Oh, shoot, I forgot to actually change the quarter. Disregard that. Give me a second here. Whoop. Apologies about that one. Anyway, we have 3rd and goal here. 3rd and goal from the 15. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. We have Tyreek Hill in motion. There might have been an illegal procedure pre-snap. I'm surprised he didn't call it. And it doesn't matter. It's going to be a moot point. And did Raheem Mostert catch the ball? He did. So he picked up 2 yards. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 13-yard line. Now they're ruling incomplete. It really wouldn't have mattered anyway. 4th and goal from the 15 or the 13 really does not make a difference in this situation. The Dolphins are going to have to kick a field goal. All right, Jason Sanders already made a 48-yard field goal this drive. You would think that a 30-yarder is probably not going to be a problem for him. 33 yards. 8:47 left in the second quarter for the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. Can Jason Sanders make it a 14-3 game? Snap, hold, kick is about as down the middle as it can get. 14-3 Packers over Dolphins. All right, there we go. Dolphins are officially on the board. All right, there we go. All right, let's go through a couple chats here. Ryan, where do I send a signed Eagles picture to get added to the wall? Go Birds. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well, Ryan. Appreciate it. So to be honest, I mean, I only have 4 pictures up. And to be honest, I may change them. We have the Jason Kelce one right here from the Mummers parade outfit, or the Mummers outfit from the Super Bowl parade. Of course, we have a Justin Jefferson photo. He's, my favorite player in the NFL. J.J. Watt, just love him. And then the Antoine Winfield peace sign to Tyreek. Probably change that one at some point. So you don't worry about sending a photo, but I do appreciate it. And like I said, I may change a couple of the photos that we have on the wall here in general, regardless. So we'll see. Devontae also says, my Eagles against the Ravens. Who do I have Sunday? I do not, I don't bet against the Ravens against an NFC team, but I think the Eagles are an exception because I think the Eagles are, to me, the second best team in the NFC. I think they are absolutely loaded, and I think they match up really, really well against the Ravens. So I do have the Eagles winning. I do have the Eagles winning on Sunday, and we did announce that yesterday during the week 13 preview, and it's going to be a great game. It's definitely a battle of I-95. I mean, these cities are like 90 miles apart. It's going to be a great game, and I am absolutely looking forward to that. Tristan, appreciate the super chat. Danny, dime season, baby. Indeed, we are here. Look, the bots are actually annoying me too, man. I'm sorry. I'm hiding all of them. They just keep coming back. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, yeah, Tristan, it is Danny dime season. I don't expect him to play at all unless Darnold gets hurt, which we of course don't want to happen. He's only on the practice squad right now. So for anybody to bring, to have Daniel Jones in their roster, that would require them to take him away from the Vikings practice squad. That would require them to sign him to their active roster. And I think if anybody wanted to do that, they already would have. So it's Danny dime season for sure. All right. Bots are going crazy. Yeah, unfortunately. Would I follow any other teams or just the Vikings in terms of like fandom? No. They are my team. They're only ever going to be my team. But that's my team. I made that decision when I was 6 years old, and that's my team. That is my team. So no. All right, we have 14-3 Packers over Dolphins. 8:44 left in the second quarter. All right, we have a kickoff here from Jason Sanders. Kick is underway, and we'll see if Green Bay returns. They did the first time. I'd imagine they do this time as well, and they do. Okay, they're returning it, and they are going to get out to about the 30-yard line. So about the same as where it would have been with the touchback. And they're going to take over with about 8.5 to play in the second quarter. Green Bay up double digits. I think if I were Matt LaFleur here, I think I would try one big chunk shot here. One 20 to 30-yard route, see how it goes, and on second down, come back, run the football, and then go from there. That would be I'd try to run like a play action fake here, 20-yard chunk. See what they do here. Jaden Reed in motion pre-snap. They have the ball in the left hash. Jaden Reed back in motion the other way. Jaden Reed is going to take the handoff, and he's going to get a first down. Jaden Reed still going. Jaden Reed still going into Dolphins territory, and he is down to the 47-yard line. Great run by Jaden Reed. The Packers end up getting a chunk play, not in the way that I thought they were going to get a chunk play, but good play there by Jaden Reed. Green Bay is... this looks like right now, guys. Green Bay's on offense. This just looks like big brother, little brother football. This is just dominating football right here by the Packers. Like they look like the better team. They look like they're ready to play. They look like they simply want it more. They look like the better team all around. And unfortunately, a Dolphin is down after the play. I think it's Benito Jones. We'll see. Hopefully he's all right. He's down with 8:21 to play in the second quarter. We'll see if Benito Jones. I'm going to go and search Twitter here to see what we have here. And he's down. That's all I'm seeing is he's down. Hopefully he's fine. And we'll see here. He's down after the latest play. That's all I'm seeing is that he's down. Dolphins down 14-3, 8:20 left in the second quarter. Don't jinx it yet with the Packers. I'm not trying to jinx it. They just look like a better team tonight. They really, really just look like an all-around better team tonight than what the Dolphins have seen so far, or than what the Dolphins have shown so far. So, we'll see here. See what else. Charmin soft. Dolphins defense can't believe they kicked out Vic Fangio. Yeah, it's tough, I guess. That is tough to swallow if you are a Dolphins fan, especially with, everything that's going on, or especially with this year rather. But do I have the Seahawks or the Jets? I think the Seahawks are going to win. It means more. Not that that's the only reason, of course, but I just think the Jets are just checked out. I don't really have confidence in the Jets at this point the rest of the year. I just don't. They are just an incredibly, incredibly frustrating team to watch just week in and week out. Would I want JJ to play over Darnold or Jones next season? Yes, definitely. Yes, you drafted him in the first round for a reason. Yes. Darnold is a different situation because the Vikings aren't going to have the opportunity to bring him back. I think a team's just going to pay way more money than the Vikings would be comfortable. So I do want JJ. And then if you ask the question if it's JJ or Daniel Jones, I would definitely prefer JJ McCarthy over Daniel Jones. Thanks, Giovanni. I appreciate it. We are back. A-Rod could do the funniest thing and go to the Vikings, but I see no team picking him up after the season. And that's, so somebody's going to pick him up, but he's not going to go to the Vikings. There's no chance he's going to go to the Vikings. Benito Jones into the medical tent. Hopefully he is fine. See the replay here. He came in late and, big guy took a tumble. And hopefully he's all right, but he was walking under his own power. The Packers have the ball at the Dolphins' 47-yard line, and they have the ball on the right hash. Dontavian Wicks in motion. Looks like it's a play-action fake. It is a play-action fake. Jordan Love going to check it down to Josh Jacobs and pick up about 3 yards. So we're going to have 2nd and 7 here. Less than 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Okay, so Kader Kohu, sorry, I was listening to what they had to say. Kader Kohu was cleared with the head. His back is what's hurting him at the moment. So I was listening, had to see what that was. He's questionable to return. We have 2nd and 7 on the 45-yard line. Josh Jacobs going to run the ball up the middle. He's going to get a tough yard. He's going to get a tough yard. And Green Bay can really, really take it to the Dolphins right here. We'll see what they do. We'll see what the decision here is. I wouldn't hate the two down approach here, the 2-down territory, where it's 3rd down. You set the tone. I'm all for that every time. And if you guys are enjoying the content, like I said, please please subscribe. I'd imagine most of you guys are, but like I said, if you guys are enjoying, please drop a like, please subscribe. Helps the channel tremendously. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. Happy Thanksgiving as well. All right, we have ball at the 44-yard line. All right, Jordan Love going to quick release, and it's, I don't know if it was dropped or if it was a pass deflection. It looks like it was a pass deflection. It's going to be 4th and 6. 4th and 6 for the Packers. See what they do. They're in an interesting spot. They can really try and set the tone here. Really try and not play bully ball, because I don't think they would run, but they can really just, you know, like take it to them here. What is going to be the decision here from Matt LaFleur? He's going to keep the offense here. And Jason Garrett's actually saying this on the broadcast now. Do you make Tua go the distance here, or do you go for it? The next-gen stats recommendation is a toss-up. Dontavian Wicks in motion. They have a 2-by-2 look. Running back to the left of Jordan Love. He's motioning out. We have an empty backfield. They might just be trying to draw him off sides. Okay, so they're going to take a delay of game, it looks like. And then it looks like they're going to try and punt him and pin them back. Makes sense. I kind of like that thought process. I get where they're coming from. I like that. I can talk myself into that if I were a Packers fan. How do I feel about a purple and purple Super Bowl between the Ravens and Vikings? It would definitely be a great game for sure. To be honest, I like Lamar a lot, but I am from Maryland, but purple and purple Super Bowl would be awesome. Penalty decline, by the way. We'll see what transpires out of this. 4th and 6, still 4th and 6. Okay, so the Packers are still going to punt the football. Prime fake territory, by the way. Prime fake territory, but I hope they don't fake it, and they're not. So we have 4th and 6. See what this punt is. The Dolphins already muffed a punt, and Malik Washington is going to take it inside his 10. He's going to return it to the 16-yard line, and there's a flag on the play. We'll see what this flag is. I feel like it has to be on Miami. I feel like there's just no chance that this would not be on, or that this would be on Green Bay here. Holding. Okay, so the Packers did what they intended. They tried to draw them off sides. They pinned them back. And I think that sequence right there is the epitome of a good football team, and just in terms of what they're doing, in terms of their game plan, in terms of everything. That they did what they wanted to do. They executed, and that's what the Dolphins haven't been able to do tonight. So I think that was really, really good execution there from the Packers. Green Bay tried to draw them off sides, and when they didn't, they pinned them deep. And as simple as that is, they're executing at a high level in this game, and Miami simply is not. What do you think of Cardinals this season? Cards play Vikings this Sunday. I think they're... We'll get more into that in a second. But we have 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line. Miami has a I formation here. We have a flag, and they're going to get about a gain of 1. 6.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. See what this flag is here. Offsides. Okay, so Miami's going to get a free 5. All right. We'll see if Miami can actually, execute out of this. We'll see if they can perform. But that was let's keep it rolling here. All right. 1st and 5. 6.5 left to play. Clock winding in the second quarter. See what the Dolphins are coming out here formation-wise. All right, we have 1st and 5. We have Three receivers down at the bottom. Tua's going for the whole shot, and Raheem Mostert makes the play. It looked like a standard cover 2 hole shot there, and thankfully they got to play. I'm glad Raheem Mostert's back was to the hit because that could have been ugly if it was like a helmet-to-helmet scenario there. Thankfully it wasn't. Xavier McKinney had the free shot. It wasn't. I mean, it had the chance to be a really, really, really hard collision, but the Dolphins get the first down. So Dolphins are looking good so far this drive. All right, 1st and 10. Ball out. They're out to the 25-yard line. 5.5 to play in the second quarter. Handoff to Devon Achane. I don't think he got anything out of that, unfortunately. I don't think Achane, he may have gotten back to the line. So to go back to the Cardinals this season, I think they're a team on the rise for sure. I like their future a lot, and I think they are overperforming a little bit. I think they're going to lose against the Vikings on Sunday. I think the Vikings match up really well. We have a holding penalty on the Dolphins. 10-yard penalty. For every positive the Dolphins have, they negate it. I missed my mom's dry turkey for this game, and we can actually start that conversation if you guys want. I'm a big proponent that I think brisket should be the meat served on Thanksgiving, but all right. 1st and 20 here for the Dolphins. Should be from the 15-yard line. Just constantly. I mean, it's 2 steps forward, a step and a half backwards for Miami so far. There's a reason they're down double digits in the middle of the second quarter. 1st and 20. Tua, shotgun snap. Tua is going to throw across the middle. Jonnu Smith makes the play, and he's out to the 30-yard line. Gain of 15. Would have been nice if it was 1st and 10, but they had the holding penalty, so now it's 2nd and 5 for Miami, and we are officially less than 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. The Dolphins are literally getting smacked around in the cold again. It's just a tough look right now with the way that this game is being played. It is just a tough look for them right now. I mean, they have a chance to beat the allegations. They're not. And I mean, Green Bay is like they're playing fine. They're not playing unbeatable football. I mean, they're taking advantage of the mistakes. 2nd and 6. Ball on the 29. Tua looking to pass, and Tua's going to get sacked. Lucas Van Ness was the first to get there. Rashawn Gary cleaned up. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for. I think it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the fish here. It was a good play there. It was a good play there by the pass rush to get home. And Lucas Van Ness realized Tua was stepping back up, got out of the pass rush, not stance, but the move set, if you will. Stepped back up, got to Tua before he could scamper for a couple yards, and we have 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and 8, less than 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. Trips down to the right. Tua 3rd and 8, just didn't see it. Teron Armstead beat off the line, and that is a big sack for the Packers, and they're going to be off the field, and they're going to get the ball here. And the Packers have a chance to completely blow this game out of the water. Kingsley Enagbare, great rush there. Just Teron Armstead never got a hand on him. Never got a hand on him. Dolphins are punting the football away. Oh, I thought they could have blocked it there. It really looked like they could have blocked that. Packers are going to get the ball around the 39-yard line. All right, don't commit any stupid penalties either side here. Green Bay, you have good field position. Don't. Okay. Jordan, Super Chat. If I had to make a bet, which team Sanders will go to? Appreciate the Super Chat, Jordan. I would say right now, I think the Raiders. The Raiders, I think, makes the most sense. It seems like he wants to go there. I think Dion wants him to go there. I know there's also that aspect of the Shedeur Sanders part. Shedeur Sanders is not a normal draft prospect. Right, wrong, or indifferent, he's not. He's just not. I mean, it's similar to Eli or Peyton, like where you have Archie wasn't a Hall of Famer, but where you have the former dad that's known, and Dion is obviously well known. So it's not a normal situation. I think the Raiders make a lot of sense, though. All right. Absolute Dolphin streamer. I don't see them scoring at all unless the Packers have bad communication. I would agree at this point. Well, I don't say that because you give a couple things here or there, but the Dolphins are just not looking good right now. Ryan, appreciate the Super Chat, and he says, do you still think Sirianni needs to go? I think the players played down until play calling and coaching decisions were changed. So I'll be honest, I don't think there's a lot. Like, what does, I mean, Sirianni's in-game decisions have been fine, but Vic Fangio, his system was always going to take a little bit of time to actually learn and to implement. And over the past couple of weeks, the Eagles have allowed 44 total points over the last 3 games, and their offense has put up 26 or more points in each of the last 6 games. I think each of the last 6 games, and they've put up 34 or more in 3 of their last 5. Nick Sirianni doesn't call plays on either side of the ball. He's kind of the CEO type approach, like the John Harbaugh, for example, or Jim Harbaugh for that matter too. And I think the Eagles, I mean, it's hard to justify like, hey, this coach should be fired when they're 9-2 and when they've won 6 in a row or 7 in a row. But I don't think they're going to maximize what they can do with Sirianni. I mean, like they better hope that Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio stay, would be my take to that. It's just frustrating. It's just, the whole thing is, I'm not a big Nick Sirianni guy, but he has toned it down. And I'll say this: I'm not a big Nick Sirianni guy overall, but he has been improving. He's been improving over the past couple of weeks, just in terms of his decisions that are completely controllable, completely within his reach. He's been getting better, so I'll say that. All right, let's see here. We have Packers have the ball, 1st and 10 to the 38-yard line, 3:03 to play. This is big here for Green Bay for a couple of reasons. Really big. Jordan Love, ball out quick. Dontavian Wicks is going to make the play, and he's going to pick up 8. So this is big for the Packers here because Green Bay has the opportunity to double dip. Because, oh, I know, I messed that up. Disregard, I messed that up. They got the ball first because I thought Miami got the ball first. So disregard that. But they could still go up 21-3 before half. I thought Green Bay could go up 21-3 before half and then have it be 28-3 immediately after half. Disregard that. But still, for the chance to be able to go up 21-3 before half and have the Dolphins effectively have to throw the ball the entire second half would be huge. There's a handoff, and it's going to be a first down, and then some missed tackle by the Dolphins. A second missed tackle still going. That's a big run for the Packers there. Big run, and they are deep into Miami territory, and that should take us down to the 2-minute warning. Green Bay right now, story of the game, 92 rushing yards to Miami's 5. Not an exaggeration. 92 rushing yards to 5. And I just want to take a look at a couple stats here. I mean, just Green Bay is just dominating this game. They have 139 yards to Miami's 89. Tua has 95 passing yards. But Devon Achane right now, 4 rushing attempts, 5 yards. I mean, that's obviously not going to get it done. I mean, it's tough right now for Miami. I mean, Tyreek only has 1 reception for 2 yards. And Jalen Waddle had the 1 catch over the middle for 16. It's not going to get it done. That's the bottom line for the fish right now. All right, Tristan, Antonio Brown posted that the NFL is planning on bringing back the logo and name next year. I would not consider AB a reliable source on that one. We'll see, though. Giants take Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter and wait till next year and get Arch Manning. The biggest thing... Okay, so Jordan had a hot take and then wanted me to hear it out. I agree, Jordan. I agree. I would hate for the Giants to effectively do the same thing they did with Daniel Jones and repeat it 6 years later. We have to take a quarterback. Let's force Jalen Milroe in the first round because we have to take a quarterback. I don't think that does anybody any favors. The best thing I really think the Giants, for them to do in the 2025 draft, because they're going to be selecting with a high pick. They are. I don't know how high, top 4 probably, maybe top 3. The best thing they could do is just select the best football player available. And whether it's Abdul Carter, whether it's Travis Hunter, whoever it is, they simply need to acquire the best football player, because it's not like a quarterback is not going to outrank either of those players. So take the best football player and just focus on getting the overall talent on your team better. But I agree with that. Although Abdul Carter, maybe not now that I think about it a little bit, just because of Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns. But I agree with the general premise of what you're saying. I don't like my coach Sirianni at times either, but he gets the guys ready to play. One of the biggest things that I think that needs to be remembered about head coaches is my team went from Mike Zimmer to Kevin O'Connell, and whenever I would see these whenever I would see these teams with these McVays and all these other young coaches, these young hotshot offensive coaches, I thought that life would just be all of a sudden perfect once you had one of those coaches, and it's not. Obviously, life is easier in some aspects, for sure, but that doesn't mean that automatically it's just like everything's perfect, everything is sunshine and rainbows. So I agree like with what you're saying. He gets the guys ready to play, and the Eagles are obviously a very good team. So, I mean, you have to credit Nick Sirianni where it's due, man. I'm just not the biggest Nick Sirianni guy. Fire Flus already. The Bears fill me with hope, followed by heartbreak. I mean, I feel like you're used to that at this point, just being a Bears fan. I feel like you're used to that. No offense. Sorry. All right, let's see here. Loving the stream. Appreciate it, AK. Appreciate it. All right, we have 1st and 10, ball on the 36. We have an orbit motion. We have a penalty. We have a pre-snap penalty. Let's see what this one is. Should be a false start. Should be pretty cut and dry. And it is a false start. Let's keep it going here. That was on Rashid Walker. And Jason Garrett just made a good point on the broadcast. He basically just said, take your time. You know, you have 2 minutes. You have 3 timeouts. You don't have to stress anything here. I mean, if you get one chunk play, you're down really inside the 30. From there, just take it easy. Take it easy the rest of the half. I mean, you're going to get points. You should get points regardless. 1st and 15, ball in the 41. Jordan Love going through his progressions, going for a mid-play here. And it's going to be a big play to Christian Watson. Gain of 20. There is a flag. And we'll see if he pushed off. That would be my guess, because there was a lot of separation. That would be my guess. And Christian Watson. Oh, we'll see. Pass interference. Wow, pass interference on the defense there. Penalty obviously declined. Second-year player Cam Smith from the University of South Carolina. So we had a second-round pick in 2022 and a second-round pick in 2023 going up against each other that play. Packers get the first down. And we now have the ball at the 20-yard line. Green Bay, like I said, I really think they should just run the ball here. Play it smart. Don't get cute with it. Just run the ball. You know what your strengths are. Just run the ball. Okay, there's a handoff to Josh Jacobs. He's going to pick up 3. They're going to be down the 2nd and 7. You have plenty of time. Mike McDaniels takes a timeout. Not surprised at all there. I don't watch many Dolphins games, but I always come away with the idea that McDaniels would be a better offensive coordinator than head coach. So, it's definitely frustrating at times, and I can definitely understand where you're coming from on that one, for sure. But, I mean, it's he just signed an extension. I think McDaniels is good. I think he's really good. I can understand where you're coming from, for sure. But I don't think the talent he has on the roster is elite, which I think is fair, which I think is a fair take. All right, let's keep it rolling here, baby. Let's keep it rolling. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 17-yard line for the Green Bay Packers. Here we go. We have an orbit motion. Should be, oh, okay, we screened this time. It's going to be out to, or it's going to be down. It's going to be close to a first down. I imagine McDaniels takes another timeout. Another corner injured for Miami, which I think they were going to take a timeout regardless, but they have to take the timeout regardless because they are inside the 2-minute warning. So we'll see what goes from here. YouTube TV delay is so real. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. But hopefully you guys are enjoying, though. That's what matters. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. And I appreciate you guys being in here. We'll see, did he walk off under his own power? We'll see what the deal is here. Third and 2, 1:42 left to play in the first half. Third and 2, here we go. Packers need to get a first down, man. They need to get a first down. They need to have Miami have no timeouts, and then just slowly just bleed them at the end of the first half here. Screen to Jaden Reed, and Jaden Reed's going to get a second touchdown of the half, and Green Bay is going to go up 20-3 with a minute and a half left in the first half. Green Bay is dominating this game. They are taking Miami's will away, and they are looking like the far, far superior team, man. 6 plays, 62-yard drive, minute and a half, and Green Bay very much in control of this game. And Jaden Reed, 2 tutties now in the first half. I mean, they are just dominating Miami right now. Let's see what we have here. Extra point. Green Bay's obviously had troubles with extra points this year and field goal kicking in general. But, I mean, at this point, you're up 3 scores. I'll be honest, I think I would be pretty surprised if Miami scores 20 points in this game. We'll see, though. Snap, hold, kick is good. Green Bay's up 21-3. I mean, Green Bay is dominating this game, man. They are dominating. They clearly look like the better team. And overall, I mean, you guys know, it's clear. Green Bay is just a much better team than Miami tonight. And it shows. It's unfortunate for Dolphins fans that they have to sit through this. But Green Bay is just playing better football, man. They're just playing better football. Who is my preferred first-round pick for the Vikings this upcoming draft? Corner or defensive line for sure. I like Savon Ravel from East Carolina. I know he tore his ACL, but there's going to be a lot of time to medically check all of that. So I think a corner would be the best way, or interior defensive line. This game is turning into a snoozer. Packers are crushing it. We'll see what Miami does here. We'll see what Miami does. In the we'll see what they do here. This is, like I said, if they go into the half down 21-10 and they get the ball to start the second half, things are going to be a lot different. I mean, things are going to look a lot different if they can go into the half down 21-10 rather than 21-3. So this big pivotal drive here for Miami. That's going to be this right here, guys. This right here is the drive for Miami. Like, if they're going to do anything, this is it right here. Mashed potato is better than sweet potato casserole. I mean, look, we got halftime to talk about food. We have halftime. We have all of halftime to talk about food. I'm a big, first off, I'm a garlic mashed potatoes guy. It's got to be garlic mashed potatoes, not regular. It's got to be garlic. But the sweet potato casserole, it's just spectacular all around. Love sweet potato casserole. I mean, the Packers, though, they have 180 yards of offense to the Dolphins' 89. The big turning point in this game right now, by far, well, the turning point is a couple plays in, but the summarization of the first half for the Dolphins was the muffed punt turning into a touchdown. That is the summarization of the first half here. Was muffing a punt a couple of plays into the game and never being able to recover. We'll see how they do, though, because like I said, this is a statement drive right here. This score is what I thought the Lions-Bears game was going to be. Same. Credit the Bears, though, for at least coming back. I didn't think they would. I really didn't think they would. And I don't want to say impressed, but I'll say I was impressed by Caleb, not by Matt Eberflus, of course. But Caleb, I think, week after week after week is proving that he is here. He is the real deal. I like Caleb a lot. Minute 36 left. All right, let's see here. Matt says he has a joke. What did the zebra say to the lion? I'm eager to hear this one. I am eager to hear this joke. Minute 36 left in the first half. Packers kicking off. Miami is going to return. Okay, so we have a return here, and he's out past the 25, and he's taken down to the 30-yard line. Miami has a minute 32, and they have a timeout. Caleb is trending up, loving the new coordinator. I could not agree more. I think Caleb is really, really playing well. Miami's coldest road game through week 12 was week 9 of Buffalo, and it was 54. And obviously right now it is a lot chillier in Lambeau. All right, let's keep it going here. Matt says, come on, Matt, that's the punchline. I guess it's a joke. It's definitely a joke. It is definitely a joke. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Malik Washington in motion. And Tua going through his progressions. Tua across the middle. It is incomplete. Dolphins have 2nd and 10, minute 27 left in the first half. Green Bay up 21-3. Now, what gets scary here for the Dolphins is if this is incomplete here, then they have 3rd and 10. Green Bay has 3 timeouts. And Green Bay could get the ball back before the half. So this is actually like almost really, really, really scary territory here for the Dolphins. Like this 2nd down here, borderline must complete a pass. Even if it's not a 1st down, just to keep the clock moving. 2nd and 10, Tua dropping back. Tua rolling to the right, scanning his eyes downfield. Tua going to run for this one, and he's going to pick up about 9 yards, and Tua somehow ended up on the ground. And the Dolphins are going to have 3rd and 1 with 1:20 left in the first half. That was certainly a play. I'll just leave it like that. But good for Miami to at least pick up some yardage there. Still a potential scary situation if they don't get this 3rd down here. Miami's 0 of 4 on 3rd downs. At least it's 3rd and 1 and not 3rd and 10 plus. They get the 1st down. Jonnu Smith is out to the 46-yard line. Miami with only 1 timeout really needs to get going. So there's 1:10 left. 9, tick, tick, tick. Clock is moving. Tua now 12 of 14 on the night for 102 yards. All right, they have plenty of time. Another ball across middle. Another 1st down for Miami. They're now in Green Bay territory. They're down to the 43. 52 ticks left in the first half. And you guys can obviously see with me like commenting where where I am on the clock, where you guys are in terms of the clock if you're watching a little ahead of me. But Miami has the ball at the 43-yard line, going across the middle again. Tua couldn't hit Tyreek. 2nd and 10, 39 seconds left. Justin, thankful for your videos. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys enjoy them. Glad you guys enjoy the videos. And there will be a new video out Saturday. So hopefully you guys are ready for that. Let's go ahead and see where we are here. All right, we have 39 ticks left in the first half. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, ball on the 43-yard line. Tua going through his reads. Tua, 2nd read. Ball underneath. That's going to be... it's still going. Just almost a net negative on the play because they only picked up a couple of yards, and they're going to be forced to use their final timeout with 31 seconds left. Hey, Matt Eberflus, that is how you use the final timeout, buddy. That's how you use the final timeout, right there. Hopefully Matt Eberflus was watching that one. Just so Matt Eberflus knows. All right. This is a big play here. Big situation here for Miami. Because they can't mess around. They have to. And even if you kick a field goal here, you go from 21-3 to 21-6. I know that would technically, go from a 3-score game to a 2-score game, but would you be, if you were a Dolphins fan, would you really be thrilled with that? Okay, we're down 21-6 instead of 21-3. I wouldn't be thrilled, especially with how this first half has went. 31 seconds left. Ball at the 38. Tua going through his reads, and just, it was a hospital ball there, man. Incomplete. Malik Washington was the target. 4th and 5 for the Dolphins. You have to go for it. You can't ask Jason Sanders 55 yards on the road in Lambeau. Go for it. You're down 18 in the first half. You're not down 6 points. You're not down. Go for it. And that was just a frustrating play there because Tua checked it down, lofted the ball. That was just an ugly play there. 4th and 5 here. All right, let's keep it going here. Come on, guys. Come on. I want this game to be competitive. Like, I want Miami to score here and then double dip, and then that way we have 4th and 5. Here we go. Tua going for just overthrows him. Overthrows Devon Achane. Green Bay's going to get the ball. 22 seconds left in the first half. All 3 timeouts. All right, that is not the end of the first half the Dolphins wanted, because that is, oh boy, I mean, this is an overthrow from Tua, and Green Bay absolutely has a chance to make it a 24-3 game at half. They absolutely have a chance to do that now. Tua's shaking his head on that one, says Jason Garrett. And the unfortunate part is Green Bay gets the ball at the 38-yard line, and they have all 3 timeouts, and they can attack you at any level of the field. I'm eager to see what they do here. Let's see what the action here is. All right, let's see what the plan is. Ball at the 38. Jordan Love, empty backfield, and Jordan Love, oh, he's going near the sticks. Tucker Kraft, they missed a tackle, and Tucker Kraft is out at the 42-yard line. Holy cow, this is bad, man. This is just an all-around, just poor effort from the Dolphins. Jalen Ramsey missed the tackle there, and he picked up about 10 extra yards, and Miami is now, Green Bay absolutely has them on the ropes here, guys. Like, they absolutely have them on the ropes. Ball on the 44. I think we have a timeout. That's fine, because you're not going to use all 3. Good timeout usage there. Good timeout usage there for Green Bay. First timeout taken. I've been tweeting a little bit here throughout the game. I have a Dolphins fan that said, seriously wondering if the Dolphins need to clean house. Just start from the ground up, because what is the point if you can't win a game you have to have? It's a valid point. Valid point. Could I make a video on the Raiders? Yes, we will eventually get there, I promise. Yes, there will be videos on the Raiders this offseason. Yes, I promise. There's just not a lot to talk about right now with the Raiders and just say, all right, well, you know, we went into the season with Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell, Alexander Mattison, Zamir White, and it hasn't worked out. Shocking. The Raiders will be broken down a lot this offseason, I promise. All right, we have 1st and 10, ball from the 44. Jordan Love, under pressure, gets the ball out. He gets it out to Tucker Kraft, who takes it down to the 35. We got to call a timeout. And the Packers have 8 seconds. I would love for the Packers here I would love for them to take a 10 to 15 yard shot. Not the end zone shot, because that's probably going to take more than 8 seconds. It's going to be really, really close. Take 10 yards here, get the field goal closer, and go into the half up 24-3. That is really what I think the Packers' plan right now has to be. So we'll see here. I'd be kind of disappointed if they just went straight to the field goal, especially with another timeout in their pocket. Okay. Jordan Love, 11 of 15, 111 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Looking really, really solid tonight. And see what they do here. 2nd and 1, 8 ticks left. I feel like the ball obviously the ball has to get out quick. But they're just going to run the ball. I actually like that even more. I actually really like that. Get down. Timeout. Okay, 3 seconds. It's going to be about a 45-yard field goal here. It's going to be about a 45-yard field goal, and just an all-around great sequence there for Green Bay. You hold them on 4th down, you break a tackle, your tight end breaks a tackle, you properly use your timeouts, Matty Berflus, and I know it's obviously Matt LaFleur, you guys know what I'm referencing, and you go down and put your team in a situation to where you can be up 3 touchdowns at half. Tremendous job by what the Packers just did there. Cooper says, yeah, Miami is done. We'll see if they make this kick here. 46 yards. Kicker's been 3 for 3 on extra points tonight. Obviously his furthest kick by far. Here we go. Snap, hold, kick is good. It was a little tight there for a second, but Green Bay goes into the half up 24-3. All around tremendous first half for Green Bay. Let's go ahead and put the quarter here. Let's go ahead and make it half. And let's go ahead and there we go. All right. Everything is readjusted. Tom, appreciate the super chat. Tom says, any Panthers fans keep pounding. You guys know I'm not a Panthers fan. But I mean, I want them to do well. My guy Adam Thielen is down there. DJ Wanham, also a former Viking down there. I do want the Panthers to do well, and I really, really want Bryce to work out. I mean, Bryce has been playing a lot better recently, and I am happy with what we've seen so far, or at least over the past couple of weeks from Bryce Young. I really am. Good call, AK. Definitely a good first half, man. I mean, that was just a dominating first half for the Packers. Appreciate it, Doc. Appreciate it. It's just been an all-around frustrating first half it was an all-around frustrating first half for the Dolphins. Do I think the Lions can overcome the injuries and finish strong? I do. I'm about 2 seconds ahead of YouTube TV. All right, cool. I'll take it. I will take it. I'll take it. As someone who's been a Rashad Bateman defender, he has been having a breakout year and is a safety blanket for Lamar on the deep ball. I'm a big Rashad. I was a huge Rashad Bateman defender coming out of Minnesota. I loved Rashad. I thought it was unfortunate that, for Rashad that they traded for Deontay Johnson, although I completely understand it. But Rashad has a career high in receiving yards this year. He's up to 574 on the year and also a career high in touchdowns. So Rashad's been fine this year. He has 574 at the moment. Hopefully he finishes with 850 yards. 1,000's going to probably be a little rich at this point. But I do like Rashad Bateman as well. I like him a lot. Joseph, how we doing? I just missed the first half. I was driving home, just got here. Appreciate you joining, man. Appreciate you joining. Appreciate everyone being in here. And I will go ahead and announce, by the way, I actually do have a little bit of an announcement here, guys. I recently, and I'm going to post the link here, so I want to just go ahead and show you guys what's up. I recently launched some merch. So if you guys want some football analysis merch, I will go ahead and send the link here. I will go ahead and put the link in the chat. I did not get married. No, Saval, I did not get married. Married to the game, baby. Married to the game. Married to the game. But like I said, I did release some football analysis merch, and I'm going to go ahead and just put that in the chat if for anybody interested. And let's go ahead and I'll actually pin the link as well for anybody that is interested. Let's go ahead and put the merch out. I also did recently launch a memberships part of the channel as well. And there we go. So the merch was just pinned. And I will actually make an announcement regarding that. And let's go ahead and just pin the message. And the merch, I don't think I can screen share. I cannot screen share like directly, but it's pretty cool. We have t-shirts, we have sweatshirts, we have long sleeve shirts, and I'm gonna try and actually I'll just try and hold this like up to the camera just real quick. You can see the football analysis hoodies. You guys can see it's probably not, I don't think it's gonna work. You can see the hoodie a little bit. The hoodie was white, the long sleeve sweatshirt here, or the long sleeve shirt is black. So like I said, we have a couple things going on. 21 more points and I complete a massive 6-leg parlay. That's what's up. Glad I didn't start the Miami defense. I wouldn't have wanted to start the Miami defense personally. Tough week on the road. Would not have wanted to start the Miami defense regardless. Dolphins are soft. You really can't even defend it right now. You really cannot defend the way that they're looking right now. Tristan says, imagine being a Cowboys fan. I, for one, don't feel bad for them after the Herschel Walker trade. I mean, the Herschel Walker trade was a long time ago. But it's tough to be a Cowboys fan right now. It is really tough to be a Cowboys fan right now. The Dolphins are an odd team. Something is missing there. And that's the thing is the Dolphins are, by every definition, in no man's land. Because what do the Dolphins do? They just paid Tua, which they were kind of in a situation where it's like, okay, we have an above average quarterback. Dolphins fans kind of on Twitter at least put Tua in a completely another level. But what do you actually do if you are the Dolphins? I mean, truly, what do you do? Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl, by the way. We'll see. I disagree with that, but we'll see. Green Bay putting on a clinic. From the looks of things, Chiefs and Bills may clinch this week, of course, assuming they both win their games. That would, I'm at the point where it's like, okay, doesn't matter if they clinch this week, doesn't matter if they clinch next week. I mean, we obviously know the Chiefs and Bills are going to the playoffs. It would actually be insane if, I don't know if it's even possible. I'm sure it is because you can do like every scenario imaginable. But What if the Chiefs and Bills each lost out and they both didn't go to the postseason? That would be genuinely wild. But no, the Chiefs and Bills, they're obviously tremendous at what they do. They're obviously, two of the best teams year in and year out, and the Chiefs are two-time defending champions for a reason. Definitely two-time defending champions for a reason. All right. Let's see here. What is Vikings versus Bills Super Bowl is what we all want. That would be electric. That would definitely be electric for sure. I would actually welcome that. If anybody, Vikings Bills, I mean, I'd welcome it. JK, sorry, so I saw this comment earlier. JK is, let's see here, allergic to the Ravens. It broke my heart when he got hurt during the game. Still love him, even with Henry. For sure. I mean, that's just frustrating the way that JK's career with the Ravens went. I mean, the torn ACL in the preseason game was just, I mean, it was awful luck. It was just like, you can't make up how unfortunate timing that was. Thoughts on the Texans and their ceiling this season? I think their ceiling this season, man, for me, fell down there. I think their ceiling this season is right now, I would probably say wild card exit. They win the division, they lose in the first round because they're going to be the 4 seed. They are not a good team from what we've seen. I mean, the offensive line is the problem for the Texans. The only way I could see them winning a playoff game is if they match up against a Steelers team that commits several turnovers, or the Ravens they commit several. Just a team is gonna have to commit several turnovers for the Texans to actually win. They're just an all around just genuinely frustrating team right now, and I feel bad for Texans fans because the expectations heading into this year were a lot more than what we've seen. And I feel bad for Texan fans. Why do you think the Lions? I don't think the Lions look bad, personally. I think the Lions are the best team in the NFC. I think they're going to the Super Bowl. Who should the Panthers take in the first round? Best player available. As long as it's not a running back, a receiver. Yeah, that's where I would stand on that. Just best player available. The Panthers they just need more talent. Of course, not quarterback either. I would just probably say a defensive player is who the Panthers should take. They should take the best defensive player available. Do I think the Steelers get exposed with their upcoming schedule, or are they able to win 2 to 3 games? I mean, the thing with the Steelers is I don't think they are Super Bowl contenders. But when you start out with that hot of a record, an 8-2 record, and you beat the Ravens, you're going to have high expectations. And then it's going to be, okay, can this team go to the Super Bowl? But my whole point was I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl, from the start. So if you say get exposed in the sense of do I think they're going to lose a couple games coming up? Yes, I do. All right, Joel, appreciate the Super Chat. Really appreciate the Super Chat. Again, appreciate everyone being in here. And he says, random thought. Remember when stores would announce over speakers that a car was parked with its headlights on? People don't care anymore. Remember when stores, yeah, that is actually, I actually left my headlights on a couple weeks ago. I went into if you guys are aware of from the Maryland, Pennsylvania area, I think it goes West Virginia as well. Maybe Ohio, Virginia, whatever. Definitely down in Virginia for sure. Sheetz gas station. I picked up a sandwich, left my lights on accidentally, realized it once I got out. I do remember that though. Those were definitely pre-internet days. It was the whole, not pre-internet, but hey, let's have a computer in our hand at all times days, which seems like a whole lifetime ago. So that does seem like genuinely forever ago. Getting to the important things, thoughts on brisket over turkey. I'm a big brisket over turkey. I'm definitely a big brisket over turkey. We have Sheetz in PA. Yeah, Sheetz, PA, Maryland, Virginia. I think I've actually seen a couple in North Carolina. So that's Sheetz main areas is those. All right. Random thought. Remember when Kerryon Johnson was a player? Yes, Kerryon was a good prospect out of Auburn. If we wanted to really name, and I'm serious, if we wanted to really name just random players, I mean, we can go on forever. I'm talking like Joik Bell. Let me think here. Let me just Bernard Berrien. There's a good one there. It's a good name too, by the way. Andre Allison. Just random players. Just name them forever. Try some Texas brisket. I would love Texas brisket. I would absolutely love to try Texas brisket. Unfortunately, Tucker is washed, but he's absolutely a Raven all-time great and is one of the greatest Ravens of all time. I mean, definitely. Like, Tucker absolutely has a spot in the Ring of Honor, and he should. Start putting SNF and Monday Night in your takeaway videos. No can do. Unfortunately, they go out right after Sunday night. The editing takes a long time, and I may do shorts coming up, though, on the SNF and Monday Night Football games. Devin Aroma should do good call. Good call. If you're naming random players, could you just do long snappers and nobody would know who you're talking about? I mean, Andrew DePaula, Cullen Loeffler. Cullen Loeffler was a Vikings long snapper for a while. He's number 46. And, yeah, I don't know if anybody would actually know who Cullen Loeffler is without that. You could absolutely name random long snappers. Morgan Cox was the Ravens long snapper for a while. It was, the Wolfpack. It was Morgan Cox, Justin Tucker, and Sam Cook. Cameron Cheeseman, good call. I know Commanders fans cannot stand Cameron Cheeseman. At least they used to. At least that was a big thing last year. Let's see here. Casey's Truck Stops. Pizza is decent. I've heard a lot about Casey's. I've heard a lot about Casey's. I've heard a lot about Casey's. I heard a lot of people like Casey's in the Midwest. Unfortunately, I've never been. I've never been to Casey's. I've never been to Buc-ee's. I do want to go to both though. Do you remember the Sean Oakman out of Baylor? Yes, the meme was incredible. Like that dude was rocked up. Let's see. What are the ties for being a Vikings fan, a Penn State fan? So my old man was a Vikings fan, grew up during the 4 Super Bowl era, and when I was 6 years old, made a decision to be a Vikings fan, and definitely had a lot of heartbreaking losses in my time as a fan for sure. But then I made that decision, and it was a lifelong decision. And funny enough, my first football game that I ever watched that I remember was the Randy Moss Moon game. So that's yeah. And then Penn State, by the way. I was like 10 years old, 11 years old, went to a Penn State game. The atmosphere was crazy. Just I mean, it's like 105,000 people. The atmosphere at Penn State is insane. And then the whiteout is if you have the chance to ever go to a Penn State whiteout game, I recommend. You can get $20 off using the Game Time app, promo code analysis. Just saying, $20 off your first order. But no, in all seriousness, the atmosphere at Penn State for game day is unreal. And that was I didn't really have a team. I grew up in Maryland, so I just I would see if Maryland won or not, and I couldn't name a player. And then after I actually went to a Penn State game, it was like, okay, I'm just going to be a Penn State fan because this is awesome. Casey's breakfast pizza is goated. What is on a breakfast pizza? Or what is on Casey's breakfast pizza? Are we thinking it's got to be sausage, right? Sausage and bacon for sure. Auburn Tigers. Let's see here. What are my top 5 edge prospects? So I really haven't got into rankings a whole lot, but I really like Abdul. I really like James Pierce for sure. Those 2 guys are up there. Those, especially Abdul, man, he has really, really just all around stepped up this year. I mean, he has been a phenomenal player, and it was a big transition year for Abdul because it was kind of like, okay, how is he going to go from kind of being an off-ball linebacker to being a full-time edge? And I thought he's handled it really well. Nick Scorton from A&M is also really, really good. Micah Williams from Georgia has also had a really good year. And I'm really intrigued by Landon Jackson from Arkansas. He's a much, much bigger player. He's like 6'7", 280. And then JT Tuimoloau, good call, Jonah there on the Ohio State edge rushers. The duo is also with Jack Sawyer. I like Tuimoloau a lot. But haven't really got into specific rankings yet. But I'm looking forward to this draft class. And there's going to be a lot of lives for whenever we do lives for the upcoming 2025 draft. We're going to do a lot of discussions, a lot of lives, and there's going to be member lives at a point. There's going to be I'm going to do a once a month. Members are also going to be able to, and that was something that I also created recently, was memberships to the channel. So if you're interested, let me know. And there's going to be specific member perks and everything, which I'm looking forward to. All right, let's see here. Bacon or sausage with egg and a gravy base. So I'm not a big gravy fan, but that does sound interesting. Can I explain why? Or actually, sounds good. Not interesting. Sounds good. All right. Can I explain why the Vikings would take Daniel Jones when they already have J.J. McCarthy as a backup? So J.J. is done for the year. And Daniel Jones, it's just kind of, it is just a, I mean, it's as low risk as possible, and he's on the practice squad, so that's all. Daniel, welcome to first member. Appreciate it, Daniel. Welcome. Daniel Esposito, first member. Appreciate you joining. Welcome to the next level analyst. Daniel, you are the first member in football analysis in the channel's history, so appreciate it. Let's go. And we are officially in the third quarter as the Dolphins return the kick, and I'm not gonna lie, the kick returner was he was kind of rocked on that. But there we go. All right, we're in the third quarter now. All right, you and Cole put the best football content on YouTube. Much love. Happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate that. Cole is a great dude, by the way. He's a great dude, and I'll be honest, like I don't say this about every YouTuber, although I've had far more positive interactions with YouTubers than I've had negative interactions. But Cole's a great dude, and I reach out to him a lot for stuff, and he's awesome. But we have 1st and 10. We're in the third quarter now. Miami down 24-3, and Tua going through his progressions, gets to his second read, and the ball is tipped in the air, and it looked like Tyreek Hill came down with it. Awkward landing. Tyreek gets up. It's going to be a short gain. Happy to be a member. Appreciate it, Daniel. Appreciate it. Low-key jealous of Cole's beard. I mean, this is my beard right here. You might, if I really zoom in on the camera, you might be able to see my one chin hair. So yeah. Let's see here. Do I think the Packers have a realistic shot at the Super Bowl? I'll get more into that when we go to. I just don't want to say yes or no and just provide zero context. I'll break that down more shortly. 2nd and 8. Dolphins in a. I love this formation right here. We have 2nd and 8. And Tua's rolling out. Oh boy, this is not good. This is really not good. And Tua gets 4 yards. Looks like about 4 yards. We're going to have 3rd and 4. All right. Let's see here. How do I become a member? I will actually post the. I'm actually not sure how Daniel did it, to be honest, but I will post the link. I'll go ahead and post the link. I'm just going to go ahead and copy. It should take you right to it here. All right. We have 3rd and 4. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Big play here. I mean, guys, like here's the thing: is Miami can't afford to go 3 and out at the start of the second half. Like they can't. This is the problem here, or this could potentially be a problem if they don't do it. 3rd and 3 here, and we have a flag. We have a pre-snap flag, and it's a false. Oh man, Miami is just. It's a delay of game. Even better, delay of game. Miami is just, if you want a textbook of how to shoot yourself in the foot time after time after time, this is it. This is it right here. This is it right here. All right. 3rd and 8. Like, I feel like watching this game for the Dolphins right now is just looking at this and just saying, let's do everything we can to, or sorry, I'll back this up. I just feel like how this game has been played, I just feel like the Dolphins are not going to convert this 3rd down. They're going to punt the ball back, and Green Bay's just going to go up big. That is how this game has been going. 3rd and 8, Tua is going to throw the ball across the middle, and it's incomplete. Looks like there could have been a flag. The ball was intended for Odell Beckham. Odell got up looking for the flag. Let's keep it going here. 4th and 8. A 3 and out for Miami. Let's see if Odell was warranted for wanting a flag. All right, Odell going across the middle on the dig, and I didn't think there was a whole lot of contact. I'll just be honest. We'll see here. I didn't think there was a whole lot of contact. What did you guys think of that one? I didn't think there was a whole lot of contact. I didn't think a flag was warranted there. But let's keep it going here. 4th and 8. Dolphins are punting away. And the second half started exactly how the Dolphins didn't want to. And Green Bay's going to get the ball around the 22-yard line. 12:52 in the third quarter. Dare Bear 49. Appreciate the member. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's see here. There's a couple questions here. All right. Taker 610. Appreciate the super chat. Do you think Levis is the Titans' long-term answer? funny you ask that. I actually have a video coming out Saturday discussing that. I think Will Levis has played a lot better recently. Will Levis he's cut down on the plays. Everybody knows the Will Levis plays from earlier in the year, whether it was the Bears pick six, whether it was the Jets fumble in the red zone, the Packers pick six. You know the plays. But he's played a lot better recently. The situation in Tennessee also stinks. And his offensive line outside of J.C. Latham and Peter Skoronski also hasn't been good. And it also didn't help that they've had injuries along the offensive line, several injuries. And it's just, I would say that they should roll into 2025 with Will Levis. That's where I stand on that, because what are you going to do? Sam Darnold? And hope that Sam Darnold has the same level of success with Brian Callahan that he had with Kevin O'Connell? I don't think that's the answer. So I'd roll with Will Levis, but that's just me. DareBear49, appreciate the membership as well. Let's see here. Any cool emotes? There's a couple. AK, appreciate it as well. We have a couple members. Appreciate everyone joining. And let's go here. Saw your preview yesterday. I'm on my way over with mac and cheese. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's bring the mac and cheese. If you come over, I'll eat mac and cheese live on air. I'll definitely put the mic away that way so we could you don't have to hear me flapping my gums. It's that whole thing, smacking my lips. Nobody wants to hear that. But yes, I do not. My family does not have mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. And like I said yesterday, I didn't know mac and cheese was a thing on Thanksgiving until I was 15 years old, and I saw people online talking about mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. I just never thought it was a thing. But I would definitely, I'm never going to turn down mac and cheese. Definitely never going to turn down mac and cheese. All right, somebody asked about a Vikings game here. Was it here? Oh, Soul Creator said, if the Packers get into a playoff game with the Vikings, you got to do a stream with Tom Grassi. I mean, I'd be down. That'd be more of if Tom would be down, but I'd be down. For sure. Great dude, by the way. Another great dude. Tom reached out to me this year for the first time. And, yeah, I mean, you guys obviously know everything that he's done and will continue to do. Love Tom. He's awesome. And he should be enjoying himself right now. I'll just say that. He should definitely be enjoying himself right now. Thoughts on CJ Stroud? I'll answer that more in a second. We have 1st and 10, ball in the 22-yard line. And they're going to hand the ball off. Josh Jacobs is going to get a couple of yards out of it. Looks like he's going to get 3 yards. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 7 here for the Packers. All right. So my thoughts on CJ Stroud is the expectations were always way, way, way too high for him entering the year. And I don't think it should have ever been hey, CJ Stroud, you have to be the MVP. Otherwise, you're going to disappoint this year. And that's what I kind of thought the expectations were. And that was unfair to CJ. That's kind of my thoughts. But here we go. All right, 2nd and 7. Ball on the 25-yard line. Little orbit motion. Fake into a run up the middle. It did not get anything. Good read by the Dolphins defense. And we have 3rd and 7 at the 25. You're easily one of my favorite football YouTubers. Don't worry. Soul Creator, don't worry. Don't worry. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. You've interacted the whole time. You're having a great time. I'm not worried about that. I appreciate the thought. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. But we have 3rd and 6. 11:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Here we go. Come on. Packers need this they can really step on the Dolphins' throat here. 3rd and 6, ball at the 25. We have trips to the left. Jaden Reed motioning. Oh, he could be running. I think he's going to go across the middle. We're going deep down the sideline. Christian Watson makes the catch, and he's still going, and he makes the play. Not sure which corner that was on, but that's a big play for Green Bay, and this is not looking good. Tyreek and Odell, they just panted them on the sideline. Both big frowns on their face. Not looking good at all for Miami. Beautiful ball there by Jordan Love. I think it was on the rookie Storm Duck. And that is his actual name, by the way. That is an awesome name. But unfortunately, I didn't know if I say the duck didn't quack. I don't know where I was going with that. But Storm unfortunately burnt there. And the Packers now have the ball at the Miami 28-yard line. Christian Watson, 2 receptions, 67 yards on the day. Josh Jacobs, little screen pass. Still going, another 1st down, and Josh Jacobs is still technically not down, although everybody's there. And he's down to the 15-yard line. Boy, this is this has just been from the start, the Packers dominating, and this is bad, man. This has been a complete domination and taking advantage of another team's miscues from the start for Green Bay. All right. What is Storm Duck's favorite snack? Quackers. I'm actually, is that like an actual food? If it is, I'm not aware. All right, anyway, we have 1st and 10 on the 13, and they're going to get about 2 yards there. Get about 2 yards down to the 11-yard line. They're showing GM Brian Gutekunst, and he's got to be happy with the way that his roster's playing right now. He is, I mean, the Packers are playing really good. They're playing really good football. And they have 2nd and 8. 9.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Packers should be up by more. I'm guessing wait another minute and a half, 2 minutes, and you'll get that. You'll get that in a minute. Would be my guess. All right, 2nd and 8. Packers in motion. Jordan Love looking left. Oh, we have a little screenplay. Oh, good pop. Good pop. There we go. That's a good play there for the Dolphins. That's what they need to get back in the game. Good play there. By the way, I didn't actually mention this yet. Dolphins uniforms tonight, fire. Like these Dolphins uniforms to me are amongst the best in the NFL. I really think they're phenomenal. I like the Dolphins uniforms. They're awesome. 24-3. Packers up. About 8.5 to play in the third quarter. And also the patch, the John Madden patch is actually awesome. I'm really happy that they still tribute and really talk about not talk about John Madden, but just honor him and everything because of the impact he had on the game. 3rd and 12. Green Bay probably not going to do anything stupid here. And, Jaden Reed makes the play. I'm personally under the belief here it's 4th and a couple. You're already up big. Don't give them a chance at momentum. Just take the points. I know it would only be a 3-score game to a 3-score game. Just take the points, make it 27-3. That is personally what I would do. I would make it a 3. I would still... That's a tremendous catch there by Jaden Reed, by the way. Tremendous catch. And he took the hit. Oh, that could be... Hold on here. I don't think you can call that helmet to helmet, though. I don't... Or the targeting thing. I forget what the official... Unnecessary roughness. Whatever. Okay, I'm glad they didn't, because Jaden Reed also lowered his head, and I didn't want, I hate when defenders get penalized for an offensive ball carrier lowering the crown of the helmet right to them, because what is the defender supposed to do? So I'm glad they didn't call that. 24-yard field goal is not surprisingly good, and Green Bay's up 27-3. Just an all-around beatdown tonight for the Packers, and the Dolphins are certainly not beating the allegations, man. Need the Packers to lose. My hate watch is going awful. I mean, yeah, this is about as bad as it can get in that case. Let's see. Who is the best team the Packers have beat? A beat-up 49ers team? No, if we can actually, if this is a trust tree here and we can actually have this conversation, that 49ers team was just bad, man. I mean, that was Brandon Allen. They didn't have 7 starters from the beginning of the year. The best team the Packers have beat, I would say, I'm looking at, they've beat the Colts, the Titans. They beat the Rams. They also beat the Cardinals, by the way, by 21 points. And they beat the Texans. Take your pick there. Take your pick. Out of those, take your pick there. Let's see here. It should be illegal for the Dolphins to lose while wearing these. Yeah, these uniforms are awesome. Let's see here. Put in Malik Willis. The stream is awesome. Keep this up. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. And I'll definitely make more announcements. I didn't really make an announcement on the channel at all. I made it yesterday during the live stream. But I'll definitely make more announcements moving forward for sure. Love your vids, man. Appreciate it, Toa. Appreciate it. Glad you do enjoy. And yeah, I like that. Also, let's see here. Username Ned471. Appreciate it as well. Appreciate it. Let's keep it rolling here. Why are the Finns being bad? It's not just the weather. They've just been outclassed the entire game. I mean, it's been a combination of mistakes on their part and the Packers taking advantage. And the Packers also playing good. And when it's the Dolphins are obviously going to lose this game, but it's just been a combination of everything. All right. Let's see here. Dolphins, I was hoping for something here. I was too. I was hoping that they... No, I mean, from a Vikings fan standpoint, yes, I did want the Packers to lose, but, like, I didn't think that was going to happen. But I would also say that this was like a playoff game for the Dolphins, and you saw what happened. And we're going to discuss that during the weekly recap. We will discuss that during the weekly recap. It'll be something like, to Thanksgiving night, we go to discuss the Dolphins and Packers, and the Dolphins laid an egg in this game from the start. It'll be something similar to that is how it'll go. But it's been frustrating, man. Shout out to dude shirtless on the screen right now. He is a beast for being out there. Best type of pie? Let's see here. Cherry. It's pretty good. Apple, cherry, apple, and pumpkin, I feel like. All right, kickoff. We are back underway. Miami takes the ball at the 2-yard line. And they're out past the 20, past the 25, and taken down at the 30. Never, Savala, never. Unless the Vikings win the Super Bowl. All right. McDaniels could be on a new team next year. We'll see. We'll definitely see on that one. All right, they're showing Jalen Waddle clips. They're just showing... Okay, there's nothing really to note there. I mean, it's just... This whole thing has just been... just frustrating for the Dolphins. I mean, they have 128 total yards of offense. 1st and 10. Oh, man, I fell down again. All right, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Raheem Mostert takes the snap. And Raheem Mostert's got a little something cook. Oh, stiff arm! Stiff arm! Raheem Mostert, what a play into Packers territory. Damn, he actually said just get off him. That was a stiff arm there. Oh, that was big boy football. And there's a flag. Of course there's a flag. Dolphins, if this is on the Dolphins, I'm actually going to be hot. Because they have done nothing but stop their own progress all night long. And I feel like it's going to be on the Dolphins because what would the Packers have possibly have done? Oh my goodness, man. Like, can they do anything? Tyreek, what? Why? I mean, he's going by you. If he knocks you out, so... Oh, my goodness, man. Like, what are they doing? I mean, that's a clip right there. That's something to get your team motivated about. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, the Dolphins are going to win. They're down by 24 points, but that's something to at least... That is something to get your team a little going, and then you commit a silly hold. I mean, you're deep in... Not deep, but you're in Packers territory. 1st and 8. A gain of 2 after that. After a potential momentum-changing play. All right. 1st and 8. Ball in the 32. All right. This is a play to Jonnu Smith. Jonnu's going to get a first down. Jonnu's still rumbling, and he's going to get out to the 45. 74 takes a tumble, and he somersaults at the end of the play. That was actually a pretty sneaky athletic play there by 74. I'm not going to lie. All right. That was actually a really, like, if that was actually, like, a pretty aesthetically pleasing play there by 74 to go jump over the pile, and then there's Liam Eichenberg on that one. All right, the Dolphins have 1st and 10, 6:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Dolphins have 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Tyreek in orbit motion, and oh boy, I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay, so Raheem gets out of trouble. Nowhere to go. Raheem puts his head down, and he's going to pick up 2 yards. That play could have been a lot worse than what it was. That actually somewhat scared me there for a second. I didn't know where that play was going. That was potentially a scary play there. I thought it was going to get blown up right at the beginning. Tua took an unnecessary hit, by the way. Your quarterback that you paid a lot of money. I mean, Tua's lucky he didn't get knocked down there. Which it wouldn't have been a dirty play at all, by any means. I mean, you're going for the ball. You don't know where the ball is. Oh. 2nd and 9. 5:48 left in the 3rd quarter. Ball on the Dolphins, 46. Tua completes the pass there to Malik Washington. Oh, there's a block there by 65 at the end. Or 55, rather. Did they get the first down, though? Did they get the first down? It's 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. All right. 3rd and 1 for the Fish. Here we go. I mean, obviously, if they don't get this, they're going to have to go for it here. 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches for Miami. 5:10 left in the 3rd quarter. I really hope that if you are running, this has got to be a passing play. No, they're going to run it. They're going to run it. They're going to run it. I hate that so much, man. I hate when you go out of pistol to, if you're going to run the ball, go under center. And I know that's not like the Dolphins thing, but I hate the snap back 7 yards to go half a yard up the field. That frustrates me so much. Just that frustrates me all around, man. All right. 4th and 1. Obviously, they got to go for it. I would have preferred 2 passing plays than that. Even if they got the first down, I'm not a fan of running the football. I hate the shotgun runs when it's 3rd or 4th and short. 4th and 1. Tua dropping back, going through his progressions. Tua across the middle. Caught. Jonnu Smith down to the Packers' 30-yard line. A tush push would have been fine. I don't think Tua's doing the tush push. I don't think. At least I hope they wouldn't. But there's a good play right there. Good play by Tua to step up, hit Jonnu across the middle. Miami's chances are still very much alive. Very much alive. All right, let's keep it going here, guys. What do we have? What do we have this next play? Jonnu Smith, 6 receptions, 72 yards tonight. All right, Devon Achane back there. Little motion. We have a little... Oh, they're going deep. They're going deep. Good play. Good play call. Beautiful play. Oh, I love that. That's... McDaniel, we need more of that. So, what that was, they had Tyreek on a fake screen. They had Achane there. They had Ingold in motion. They looked like they were going to run right. And then they kind of had Jalen Waddle come on a dig route. Oh, man. That was beautiful there. That was... Jalen Waddle ran the dig route. Disregard... You know what I'm saying? They had Jalen Waddle run the dig route off the fake screen, and then off. That was like 2 fake plays, and then that was just pretty there. It was really, really pretty. Really pretty. Let's keep it going here. 2 of 20 of 26, 178 yards. That was poetry in motion there. That was beautiful football there. All right, Tua going through his reads. There's Achane. Achane at the 14. Achane looking like he's going to get in, and he is. Touchdown, Dolphins. The Dolphins need a 2-point conversion here. They're down 27-9. Let's see. Can the Dolphins get to double digits? This would make the game a lot more interesting. Can they make it a 27-11 game and be down 2 scores? We'll see. Too bad this game is so garbage. We're getting back. We're working our way back. We are working our way back. 27-9. That was a good drive there. That was actually a really good drive by the Dolphins. They had a 4th down conversion. It was a really, really good drive there for Miami. 2-point attempt here coming up. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left in the 3rd. I'm just saying the path is there for Miami to come back. The path is there. They have to get this, though. 2-point Tua going right side, and... Did he catch it? Jalen Waddle caught it. What a play. 27-11. That's a play there. I didn't think Jalen Waddle would be able to get the possession. I thought the ball was wobbling a little bit as he was hauling it in, but that is a tremendous play by Jalen Waddle. That was... So he has left, right, drag the right. What a play. What a play. 27-11, 2:43 left in the 3rd quarter. All right. All right. Let's see here. Somebody asked, I saw okay, Daniel says chances Tua gets I don't know, Daniel, honestly. It's so weird. It's so, like, finicky. I can't say, like, 20%, 4%, 9%. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Hopefully 0. There was one question I saw that I wanted to address. Where was it here? The picture behind you. All right, let's see here. This picture right here is not my dad, believe it or not. This is actually Shannon Sharp. I'll just go ahead and point it here. That's me right there, and then that's Shannon Sharp. So I know the difference there can be a little confusing the first time you look at it, but that is actually not my dad. That is... It's myself and Shannon Sharp. And again, like I said, I'm in the purple. Shannon's in the white there. So I don't know if you guys noticed that one or not. But I just wanted to point that out in case you guys didn't know the difference there. So that was just wanted to point that one out. Not my dad, but it is Shannon Sharp. All right. Touchdown, yes, 27-11. Dolphins keeping the game alive. Dolphins are keeping the game alive here. All right. Let's see. I don't like how Jonnu Smith is now associated with Arthur Smith in my head. Let's see here. Their chances are not alive. Oh, they're alive. They get a stop. They can make it a 27-19 game. I mean, look, it's a lot. It's a lot. Andres, that is a hilarious comment. Was I the other one in Shannon Sharp's Instagram Live? That is hilarious if you know the reference. No. To answer your question, no. But that is hilarious. Let's see here. Just imagine they did something at the end of the first half and Green Bay didn't get the 3. If it was a 24-11 game right now and the Dolphins didn't have to have 3 2-point conversions, agree, we'd be talking about a completely different game. But let's keep it going here. All right, let's see here. Shannon Sharp is my top 5 players I'd like to meet as a Broncos fan. Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. I mean, it was just at a meet and greet, but that was it was awesome. It was awesome. Very fortunate to be able to do that. If the Packers somehow lose this, I'd die of laughter. If the Packers lose this in my first game ever streaming as a Vikings fan by blowing a 24-point lead, might have to stream some more Packers games in the future. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. Would 27-11 be a scoregami? Did they just tweet that, Matthew? If you pay attention to which I'm assuming you do, if you do pay attention to the weekly recaps, I'll include a little scoregami action whenever they apply. I should stream more Packers then. Love to see them choke. I mean, I don't disagree with that. What was my reaction to the 33-point comeback win against the Colts a few years back? I mean, my stress levels were like through the roof the entire time. It was just very much during the game. It was just like, dude, like, can we please not? It was kind of like this. It was like, can we not keep shooting ourselves in the foot? Because Kirk threw a pick 6 on a route where Jalen Reagor stopped, and Kirk thought he was going to keep going. And that made it from like, oh, I'm falling again. That made it from like 23 to like 30 to nothing. There was just so much that shouldn't have happened in that game. But the second half was very fun. All right. It is not a scoregami. We would need 37-11 to be scoregami, is what we would need. All right. Let's see here. I know. The chair. Unfortunately, I gotta sit like really far up in the chair so it doesn't fall. For the chair is. We're gonna get an upgrade to the office soon. I'll just leave it like that. Here we go. 1st and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line. We have some pre-snap motion. Dontavian Wicks is going in, then he's going back out. He's running an out route. Jordan Love goes to him, and he's gonna get a first down there. So good play there. Good play there for the Packers. First down. Not what the Dolphins wanted. The Dolphins were absolutely hoping to get the ball back before the start of the 4th quarter. You go down in the 4th quarter, down 16 points. It's obviously not looking good for, obvious reasons. So it's not a good start to this drive for Miami. We'll see. We will see how it goes from here. All right. Somebody's down for the Dolphins. Jordan Brooks is what I thought was just said on. Okay, so Jordan Brooks down. He was a first-round pick back in 2020 for the Seahawks. Hopefully Jordan's already sitting up. He's moving. That's always a good sign. At least you have some movement there and everything. That's better than nothing, obviously. But we'll see. Thaddeus says, Happy Thanksgiving. Go Lions. Appreciate the super chat, Thaddeus. And I'm glad you enjoyed the win today. And I actually haven't heard any Lions fans' takes on the Matt Eberflus game, just in terms of how that went. I'd be eager to hear how the Lions fans felt. But, I mean, were they relieved or were they a little upset that the game came down to that? I'd be eager to hear how that worked out. All right. Hope everyone's having a great Thanksgiving. Myself as well. Hopefully you guys are having a great Thanksgiving. And I'm glad that you guys are in the stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. But we'll see what happens here with this game. I would have made it to the league if I didn't blow out my knee in 4th grade. No, I actually, I am a dislocated kneecap survivor. Myself and Patrick Mahomes, both dislocated kneecap survivors. So, if I would have been like 5 inches taller and like 80 more pounds, I probably would have made it to the league. But, like I said, myself and Mahomes, both dislocated kneecap survivors. So that's, if I didn't have that injury, maybe I'm in the league right now. All right, if I'm a Lions fan, I'd be kind of upset about the second half. They almost gave the game away. It was definitely, something to note for the Lions. But I think what good teams do, like the Lions, is they'll have a game like that and they will acknowledge, hey guys, we messed around in this game. We could have lost. Against a good team, we probably lose that game. Against a team that doesn't have a head coach that's getting fired, we probably lose that game. Let's treat it like a loss and go from here, is how I would guess that would be approached. Let's see here. Did I get my sweet potato casserole? Of course. Yes, I definitely I did. I had two big generous helpings. Yes, the sweet potato casserole was consumed, and it's in the tummy right now. It was good. It was good. I tweeted a picture of it, by the way. I said, let's eat. So if you want to go see what it looked like, it was awesome. All right, let's see here. Maybe I'm just too forgiving, but I can never fault an NFL team for a Thursday/real short week performance. Agree, Anthony. I completely agree. All right, the Dolphins, several defensive back injuries. Cam Smith with a shoulder injury out. Kendall Fuller wasn't active entering the game. Kader Kohou back, still questionable to return. I would imagine this late in the game and with the season effectively on the line, if he hasn't returned, I'd imagine he's not going to. There's a tipped ball. Oh, almost a tremendous play by Jalen Ramsey, the future Hall of Famer. But at least he knocked it down, and that's going to stop the clock for the Dolphins. Whew. If that would have been a pick for Jalen Ramsey, that would have been the second pick six of the day, because DeMarvion Overshown, of course, had just an insane pick six earlier in the Cowboys game. That was awesome. I mean, the DeMarvion Overshown interception against Drew Lock, just when he blew the block up, he knocked it. It was awesome. We have 2nd and 10 here for the Packers. Ball on the 40-yard line. Jordan Love, ball's out quick. Completion. Dontavian Wicks is going to pick up. Oh, he got moved forward. He's going to get a lot closer to the first down than I thought. It's going to be a pickup of around 8. It's going to be 3rd and 2. If I had to guess based on how this game has went, it's Miami gets a little sliver of hope. They get a chance to get off the field. And I'm going to guess that Green Bay is going to run the ball at Josh Jacobs to get a first down. That would be my guess. If I were Green Bay, I'd be running the football right now and basically saying, stop us. 3rd and 1. See what they have here. 1:30 left in the 3rd quarter. 27-11 Packers. Ball on the 49-yard line. Jaden Reed in motion. They run the ball to Josh Jacobs. Dolphins defense withstands. Good play, Miami. And they're going to be off the field. At least they should be off the field. Unless Green Bay runs a fake. I think Matt LaFleur just said a word that starts with an F. Maybe potentially rhymes with duck on the sideline is maybe what he said. Not sure. I thought I read that off his lips. But Green Bay now has 4th and 4 with a minute left in the 3rd. And this is an interesting game here. Miami, despite allowing the first down on the first play of the series, gets off the field before the start of the 4th quarter. This is a really interesting game here now. Okay, so Green Bay's going to punt the ball here. Come on, Malik. Don't fumble here. Come on, Malik. All right, and that's not the best punt. I mean, it's technically inside the 20. I thought it was down around the 19. I thought that was a generous couple of yards, but Miami's going to get the ball. 34 seconds left in the 3rd, and there's a commercial break. All right. Malik Willis would have handed it off better. Let's see here. Caleb Williams is definitely the Bears franchise quarterback. I hope he thrives under a competent offensive coaching staff. Myself as well. I mean, Caleb's going to be fine. Caleb feels destruction proof. If the Bears can't destroy him, no one can. Caleb's going to be fine, man. He's a really, really good player. Caleb is, I mean, we've already seen it. We see it every week. Caleb is awesome. He is awesome. And it's only just getting better as the time goes on. All right. In a scenario, how do you see yourself beating the Chiefs? And what would be your ways to beat them? Keep 1-5 off the field. You got to mix it up and try and pound the rock. That's the key. I'll go more into that in a minute. But we have 1st and 10 to a timing route right there. Good play. Come on, Miami, get another playoff before the end of the third quarter. You're down 16. Don't mess around here. Get another playoff. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Come on, get another playoff. Get another playoff. You're not down 4. You're not down 3. You're down 16. You need 2 2-point conversions, and obviously those aren't givens. Run another play. I'd be a little annoyed for Miami if they don't run another play here. Oh, this is... Come on. I don't think they're going to. They haven't panned back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think they're actually going to. Oh, disregard. A player is hurt. I apologize. Austin Jackson, the fifth-year pro from USC, is down. Or, sorry, it was Kendall Lamb, rather. Kendall Lamb. Disregarded that. Kendall Lamb is hurt. He's started the last 4 games at right tackle. Kendall Lamb stands up, and they're going to have a new offensive lineman into the game. It's Patrick Paul. It's second-round pick Patrick Paul. I did like Patrick Paul this year out of Houston. So that is cool to see Patrick Paul enter the game. Yeah, this has been an injury-filled game, man. This has been a really injury-filled game. But we'll see here. "13 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock is winding because... Well, the clock is winding, but anyway, we need to get another play. Get another play. Good job, Miami. And I actually like that they ran the ball here a little bit, despite the result. I like that they ran the ball. They get a couple yards. The reason that I really liked the fact that they ran the ball was because you are not going to run the ball much in the fourth quarter. So, obviously, with the quarter ending, you can at least, keep them a little off their toes there. And if they kind of sold out to stop the pass, then you could have easily just said, all right, or you could have easily just ripped off a run for 12 or 15 yards if they were doing that, which unfortunately for Miami, they weren't. But I like the thought process there from McDaniel. Injury bowl, you hate to see it. Yeah, you never like injuries, man. That is unfortunate. Just with the way that this is has been so far for the Dolphins tonight. But they're entering the fourth quarter in a very, not winnable, but they're in a game where they can potentially come back. We'll see what happens here. It's 27-11. It is ironic how all of the running backs that have went to different teams have been doing better. I honestly think a video on all the running backs in different teams could make for a good video. We'll see. No, I'm definitely always open to video recommendations for sure. If there's any content that you guys want to see, I'm always open, and I just want that to be, always clear, or always open. But it definitely would be for sure. Nice to have this live stream. Allows me to come over here during ad/injury breaks. I'm happy you're here. Enjoying Aaron Jones. I am. There was actually a running back triangle. Aaron Jones from the Packers to the Vikings, Alexander Mattison from the Vikings to the Raiders, and then Josh Jacobs from the Raiders to the Packers. So there was a triangle this offseason. I think the Vikings and Packers are enjoying their running backs more in that triangle than the Raiders are. But I am enjoying Aaron Jones. I really do like AJ a lot, and he's really fun player to watch. All right. Caleb versus Bo Nix Super Bowl within 5 years. I would say no, honestly, just because it kind of goes back to the point of, if you say, a team's not going to go to the Super Bowl, you're going to be right more often than not. That's just the reality. Hey, the Carolina Panthers, they're not going to go to the Super Bowl this year. Technically, they're still in the NFC South race, but they're not going to go to the Super Bowl this year. Would it be, should I be allowed to victory lap that in 3 months? No. But what's going to stink for Bo Nix is being in the same division as Mahomes and Herbert for a while. Not just for a year or two, but, Mahomes is only 29. So, it's probably at least 7 years of Bo Nix, and that's even if Bo Nix continues next year. You get a year of tape on a guy, could be a completely different discussion around Bo Nix a year from now. Could be. I like Bo Nix, though. I think he's a fine player. 2nd and 7, ball at the 34. Oh, we have a pre-snap penalty. Only question is this going to be offsides or a false start? It's going to be offsides. It's going to be a good that's a good start to the fourth quarter for the Dolphins, as they are down 27-11 entering the fourth. All right. Oh, dude, those turkey legs, I'm not going to lie, they look really good. Whenever they have them, they actually do look really good. Like, nice chunk out of a nice turkey leg. Here we go. 2nd and 2. And they get the ball out to Devon Achane. And Achane, I think he got the first. If I'm the Dolphins right now, I'm trying to hurry up a little bit here. I'm really trying to hurry up. There's Jason Garrett. They're showing him back in the day. Those are Cowboys uniforms, if you guys are watching. Those are nice uniforms. They should bring them back. I'm being serious. They are nice uniforms. I really enjoy them. Bring them back, Jerry. All right, here we go. Should be a first down here for Miami. First down here in the 42. Tua's stepping up. Across the middle. To Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is still going, and Tyreek is down at the 34-yard line. The Dolphins have hope. They have hope, guys. They have hope. That was a good play there by Tua. I mean, Tua is obviously not Lamar Jackson, but Tua can maneuver around the pocket a little bit there. Steps up and makes the play. Good crossing concept there by McDaniel. I think we've seen a lot from McDaniel tonight. Like, not elite. I mean, we've seen elite flashes, but I like some of the plays, the concepts that we've seen from McDaniel tonight. Some of them have been really, really pretty. Tua quietly completing 80% of his passes tonight. Miami has the ball at the 34-yard line. And Alec Ingold in motion, going to run the ball here. And it's going to be a 1-yard gain. I don't necessarily love that call there. I mean, you're still down, again, 16 points. I'm not the biggest fan of that play call there. You know, if you're going to go for broke on a run, I'd rather it kind of be a pitch play, and hopefully that, you know, you get around the edge, make a cut around the edge, you get 10, 12 yards, and then taking a lot of time here. If I were down 16 points right now, I mean, they're just getting out of the huddle with 13 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's a lot of time. I mean, there's 5 seconds left on the play clock before you snap it. You're down 16. I don't like that. And then you call a 2-yard out. It's been... Oh, come on, man. Come on, McDaniel. You gotta be a little more on it than this. Gotta be a little more on it than this here, Mike. This is 3rd and 6 here. And they wasted probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes of precious time. Because what if they get the touchdown, they go down 27-17, they don't get the 2 points. You're still down 2 scores. Like, you gotta go. You gotta go, man. 10 seconds on the play clock. And there's just no urgency at all. 7, 6, 5, 4 that time on the play clock. And then 2 almost gets killed. There's a first down. You guys, you gotta go. There's 12 minutes left. I mean, you have to brace here. Yes, you have all 3 timeouts, but you gotta go. What is there frustration? Oh. Oh, that was a hard hit on Tua. That was a really hard hit on Tua. Is that roughing? I feel like that should be. I thought that was like directly. I don't know. That's close. Where do you guys stand on that? That's really close. Because like it's football. Where do you guys stand on that? But he kind of ran into him, so it wasn't like a leading with the crown. No foul. Okay, I'm fine with either one. I would have been, if they would have thrown it, I would have been fine with it. I feel like that was so borderline there. No contact to the head, and you can see that. I mean, he hit him like at the shoulder, and it's head neck. It's not head neck shoulders. So I see where they're saying here. A couple comments say I think it should be roughing. I can understand the no call there. 1st and 10, ball in the 21. At least that, kind of gave Miami a little time. They snapped it with 23 seconds that time. There's a good play there. Down to the 10. Keep it going, Miami. Keep it going. I actually do agree with that comment a lot there, Anthony. I really do agree with that. I also agree, Daniel. I would also agree with that for sure. I would, yeah. I mean, definitely. Yeah. I do agree that at least give them a little check once they get off the field, but there's 11 minutes left. Maybe I'm overreacting to the time, but I would prefer them to be a little more urgent. I mean, they were a little more urgent that time. There's a good play right there. Achane makes a cut. Achane is down inside the 5, down to the 1 yard line. Down to the 1 yard line. And, oh, there's some pushing and shoving. Miami, do not commit a penalty. Do not commit a 15-yard penalty to put you back at the 16. Do not. Second and goal. 10:40 to play. 10:45 to play. LaFleur looks hot. He looks hot on the sideline. Here we go. 27-11. Just pound the rock. I'm so, like, I know it's cliche, man, but just, there you go. You have Alec Ingold on the field. You have 22 personnel. 2 running back, or 2 backs, 2 tight ends. Just pound the rock. Pound the rock. Go. Achane, get in. 2 more times. You got 2 more tries. Go do it 2 more times. Make them stop you 4, well, it would be 3 times from the 1, but make them stop you 3 times. Don't get cute with it. You want to bring Tyreek in as a decoy? Go for it. You want to bring him in on an orbit motion and have him reverse around? Go for it. But run the ball twice, man. Run the ball 2 more times. Run the ball 2 more times. 3rd and goal here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Less than 10 minutes to play. Oh, please don't run the ball out of shotgun. Please don't run the ball out of shotgun. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, good. No run there. Johnny's right there. Johnny was right there. Oh, it was almost picked off. Ooh. That was a good play there by Keyshawn Nixon. Good read. Really, really good defensive read there. Tyreek is back on the field now. 4th and goal. Oh, this is a tough one here. Because the Packers have, like, they're getting the momentum now. They're really in a position here. All right, come on. What do we have, Miami? What do we have? I don't think Achane's on the field. I don't think it's Achane in the backfield. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. Miami gonna. Oh no! There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Tua's gonna get sacked. There's nowhere to go. Flag. There was nowhere to go. I mean, you looked at the receivers. There was simply nowhere for Tua Tagovailoa to throw the football. Holding on Liam Eichenberg obviously declined. And Green Bay takes over. Texans fan says, Garrett, props because you're making a blowout actually interesting. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. But that just... I mean, why would you... I mean, like, again... Why would you not hand it off on 4th and 1? From the 1. Why would you not hand it off on 4th and 1 from the 1? And not live with and live with the result. Good or bad. I just don't get it, man. That's just that's just the Dolphins over the past couple of years in one sequence right there. I also have Achane in fantasy, by the way. I did want the touchdown, like, just to make it a 27-17 game and continue. The Achane touchdown would have been nice, though. I'm not going to lie. It definitely would have been nice. Dolphins versus Dolphins right now. Packers are just watching. That's not far off. That's not truly that far off in terms of what's actually happening. I just don't get it, man. I just don't understand at times. And Brett Coleman just tweeted 2nd and goal from the 1, and the Dolphins come away with nothing. That summarizes the game right there. I mean, it goes all the way back to the muffed punt. It goes back to the stupid penalties, the very preventable penalties. You're in a 27-11 game, and if Malik Washington doesn't fumble on the first, that's 7 points off the board. You get a touchdown there. I mean, those, you know, it never comes down to one play. It's always like 3 or 4 plays that go the opposite way. And it is those couple of plays. That's where we are in this game. It's never like, oh, well, you know, you didn't win this game because of the 4th down goal play call because of the holding penalty on Liam Eichenberg. That wasn't why they lost this game. Not at all. Oh, man. That's just... So many things in this game have been preventable for Miami. And this is why why I think heading into every year that they're at maximum a divisional round exit, because they'll beat bad teams. They will play up to teams occasionally. But like I said, when it comes hell or high water, who are no offense, who are you choosing to win a game? Tua Tagovailoa or Josh Allen? Or you know, like just the Bills or the Dolphins? Who are you, and that Tua comment wasn't fair specifically to him. Let me kind of backtrack that. But like, who are you going to choose? The Dolphins, who notoriously beat themselves, or the Bills? I'm just frustrated, man. I'm frustrated with this. Because this is a very preventable game for Miami. Lost each of their last 6 games played in freezing temperatures. That's actually crazy for Miami. It's 25. Actually, this goes back to a video that we made a couple weeks ago. 2nd and 6. Here we go. Jordan Love is throwing across the middle. Oh, that's a flag on that one? I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. We'll see. We'll see on the replay. But this goes back to a video that we made a couple weeks ago about the Dolphins. It's actually like probably 10 weeks ago at this point, so probably a couple months ago. But when you go back to the Dolphins and you go back to the way that their team is constructed, they obviously lost some pieces this offseason. Connor Williams and Robert Hunt most notably. But this team is built more on finesse. And when you need a play, you need 2nd and goal from the 1. The reality is they didn't trust their team enough to... There's a good play there by Jordan Love. 16-yard line, Tucker Kraft. He's having a game, by the way. There's a 17-yard gain for Tucker Kraft. He's having himself a night. But the reality is they didn't trust their team enough. Mike McDaniel didn't, because he's also the play caller, to line up and get a single yard. And that's the summarization of the Dolphins. Let's see. AK says, shout out firing Joe Barry. Jordan Love's playing a clean game. That also plays a part in it for sure. Daniel says, do you think the Packers could make the NFC title game? They absolutely could. Now, if I had to, place a wager on that, dollars coming out of my wallet, I would not place those dollars, but they absolutely could. I just don't think they're going to, but they absolutely can. 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. Jordan Love dropping back. Jordan Love stepping up. Jordan Love is going to ultimately check it down. There's Josh Jacobs. Oh, he makes the man miss. Oh, Josh Jacobs still going across the 50, across the 40. Jacobs still going 35-30. Jacobs still rumbling down inside the red zone, down to the 18-yard line. What a play. Josh Jacobs put his foot in the ground, cut to the left, kept it going, made a man miss, picked up 30 additional yards. What a play for the Packers there. That is a tremendous play by Josh Jacobs. That was a pretty play. That was Tyrell Dodson. The Dolphins recently picked him up. What a pretty move. What a pretty move by Josh Jacobs. Finns are simply outclassed here, and that's they're getting outplayed big time. It was again a 49 yards. Now we have the ball on the 19-yard line. Little motion here. Jaden Reed. Jordan Love's going to throw it. That is an incomplete pass. They're picking it up. They're going to let it play out. I don't think there's any chance that was... I don't think there's any chance that was behind. I don't think. Right? I didn't think there was any chance that was behind. But... I would say, incomplete forward pass. I didn't think there was any chance. But I do credit the refs, and that's a cool graphic that they have with the blue line right there, by the way, like where Jordan Love was throwing. But I do credit the refs right there for letting that play out, because I think there's times where the refs get a little whistle happy and don't let things play out. So I credit them at least for letting that situation there play out. That was cool. Let's see here. Refs. All right. I'd love for a run-heavy team to win the Super Bowl. Me too. Me too. 27-11 here. This is just the duality of the Dolphins. They will absolutely blow out a team with 70 points and collapse against a team above 500. And I feel bad for Dolphins fans, man. I really, really do. Let's see here. Second and 10 from the 19. And I imagine they're going to run the ball here. I feel like they have to run the ball here. Just don't, like, the thing is, LaFleur is generally, like, really, really smart with a lot of his situations. They're going to pass. Don't agree with it. And they'll probably throw a touchdown. Okay, so Tucker Kraft catches the ball, runs the man over. Tucker Kraft is having himself a night. If you don't have him in fantasy this year, definitely try and trade for him next year, or draft him early next year. I'd like Tucker Kraft a lot. And he's a problem. That was a hell of a move there by Calais Campbell. I mean, Calais Campbell, to be as old as he is, still playing out there in the trenches. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, that is just nothing short of insane from Calais. First and goal, less than 6.5 to play. Tucker Kraft, 78 yards on the night. I feel like he's just had a lot more than that, but he's having a great night, man. First and goal from the 9. Josh Jacobs still going. He's going to pick up 2 yards. But more importantly, at this point in the game for the Packers, it's a couple more minutes off the clock, which is what matters at this point for the Packers. How do I feel about the Eagles' defense after Graham getting injured but picking up new players off the waivers? I'm going to be honest, Daniel, with Thanksgiving and everything this week, I didn't see. Let me look up Eagles transactions. I'm just going to be direct. I didn't see who they picked up. But Calais is the oldest defender in the NFL. Oh, they claimed Charles Harris. I did see that. I'll discuss more in a second. But we have second and goal from the 7. Another good call there by the Packers. Run the ball. Josh Jacobs is going to pick up 3.5, 4 yards. It's going to be third and goal from the 3. So the Eagles recently placed Bryce Huff on reserve. They are injured reserve. They also placed Brandon Graham on injured reserve. The thing is with Charles Harris, it's kind of like, okay, I hope it works out. I don't have high expectations. Hopefully it works out. But he's a guy. Hopefully it works out. And there's just not a lot to say there. But BG had one heck of a game, man. He had one heck of a game last week against the Rams. So there's rumors that might have been his final game. Hopefully not. He's Eagle legend. Hopefully that's not his final game. But if the Eagles continue to get production from Josh Sweat and, of course, Jalen Carter, hopefully they can weather the storm. Third and goal. Here we go. From the 4-yard line. 5:25 to play. Jordan Love, pass, dropping back. Jordan Love going for Dontavian Wicks. It looked like he was down short. Fourth and goal from the 1. Flag. Flag on the play. Yo, name a random Raiders player. There's an old tight end. Oh, I'm trying to think of him. He's like the 2014 Raiders tight end. Let me think about this one. I think his name is Nick. Nick something? Is Nick Vinette is not who I'm thinking of. Let me look this up here. It's an old Raiders tight end. Unnecessary roughness for the Packers. And they still have fourth down. I'm going to look up this player. But I'll get to it. Ray Guy. It's a good one. He's definitely down short, by the way. Fourth and goal here. And they're definitely just going to kick the field goal. And at that point, that will... Okay, I found the player, by the way, that I was thinking of. see what the Packers are going to do there. They should make this a 30-11 game. And if you were wondering, by the way, I can tell you now, this will not be a scoregami because the Vikings lost to the Packers in the 2012 playoffs with Joe Webb starting 30-11. So it would not be a scoregami. Just saying. I know for any scoregamis out there, and it's a 30-11 game. If you were wondering. And the random Raiders player that I was thinking of, by the way, was, hopefully this is good for you, whoever, Michael, hopefully this is the good Raiders random player. I'm going to look up his career stats. He was a 6th round pick back in 2013, tight end from the University of Colorado, 1 career reception for 9 yards. Nick Casa was the random Raiders player that I was thinking of. I knew Nick Vinette wasn't right, but I knew it was Nick something, and I wasn't sure. But Nick Vinette is a tight end. Didn't play for the Raiders, but I had the idea there. All right, let's see here. 30-11, Packers up. As an Eagles fan, it made me really sad to see him get hurt, especially if it is his last game. That would, yeah. I mean, it stinks, but I mean, hopefully the Eagles, for BG's sake, would get him a second ring. I would, wonder how Jason Kelce feels if they would win the Super Bowl in his first year without him. I mean, surely he'd get a ring for like being as big of a guy as he is with the media and everything, but that would be interesting. That would be really interesting. And like I said, not like I said, but if you guys are enjoying and you guys aren't already, please subscribe. Helps the channel tremendously. We are closing in on 170K, guys. We are closing in on 170K. And we will probably hit 170K by the end of the weekend. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed as much as I have tonight, because it's been a blast. It's been a good first game. Definitely not going to be the last game. We're definitely going to have more streams in the future for sure. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. Any overreactions to the Lions game? I don't think there should be any big overreactions. I don't like overreacting to Thursday games unless it's a Matt Eberflus type thing from a coach. Now, if the team gets beat by 20 points and it's because they just completely outclassed them, I'm not going to overreact most of the time, because how do we know like how close to 100% these guys actually are? You know what I mean? So I don't want to sit here and kill a team on a short week when these guys are humans, and how do I know that there's a back injury that somebody has that completely limits their effectiveness and everything in between. But Matt Eberflus, if that's warranted. That criticism is warranted, because if that's a decision he'd make on a Sunday. That's a decision he'd make on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on whatever. You know what I mean? So I try not to overreact entirely. All right, let's see here. I know I made this comment before, but Marlon leading the league in INTs as a corner should really be looked at, but I personally feel he's underrated. Yeah, Marlon's a beast, man. I love Marlon. There's a couple Ravens I really like. Lamar is, of course, one, but Marlon's my guy. I love Marlon. He is awesome, very just entertaining on social media. I occasionally do tune into the Punchline podcast, which is Marlon's podcast. But yeah, it's let's keep it going here. We have the kick return for Malik Washington, 5 minutes to play, and Miami's going to have 1st and 10. Or the Steelers losing to the Browns. Division games are usually close. Yeah, I don't have any overreactions for the Steelers losing last week. The only thing that really just frustrated me from that game was the fact that the Steelers lost the way they did just with coaching things. I mean, it was just completely just preventable in the way that they did a couple of the decisions. The timeout and the fade to Cordero Patterson on the 2-point conversion. Tua is sacked. This is really not looking good, man. 30-11, less than 5 minutes to play. Just a big boy sack there for Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark looks like let's see what he does here. Oh, it's just a good little play there by Quay Walker. Quay took the offensive lineman's attention. Kenny got back there. 4 sacks in the night for the Packers. Oh, looking like they're doing it again. Tua Completes the ball to Achan. Achan certainly helping out PPR fantasy owners there as he's going to pick up about 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 10. And they're right where they just started this drive about 45 seconds ago. 3rd and 9. Miami is down 19 points on the road. And 3rd and 9, they're going more hurry up now. And there's a big play. There's a really big play. Tyreek, can he split the defense? He picks up a lot. He's down to the 36. Miami obviously has to get going. We'll see what they do here. Keep it going. Less than 4 minutes to play for the Dolphins. They have to keep going. I mean, it's 20. I mean, I can't really complain about 29 seconds on the play clock, but 23 seconds is okay. Just a drop there. Just a drop for Malik Washington. Just a drop. All right, 3:39 to play. Tua 29 of 37, 294 yards, and a touchdown on the night. The stats aren't bad for Tua. I would say that. The stats aren't bad, but it's been a frustrating night for the Dolphins. All right, 2nd and 10 here. 2nd and 10 from the 36. Raheem Mostert out to the right. Tua going through his progressions, going through his reads. There's a good play there. Oh, Jalen Waddle can bounce it. Jalen Waddle's going to pick up about 9. 3:30 to play. Dolphins have to hurry up. Let's see what the Dolphins are going to do here. And we have 3rd and 1. 3:18 to play. They're hurrying up. Dolphins at the line. Thought there was maybe false start on the left tackle there. But anyway, a little corner route. Good play there by Jonnu Smith, who's going to get out of bounds. So that will stop the clock. Okay, so now Miami can reset here. That's big. Miami can reset a little bit. There's Jeff Hafley. He's a beast. I like Jeff Hafley a lot. I think Jeff Hafley is awesome at what he does. We have 1st and 10 here at the 12-yard line. 3:08 to play. Dolphins are... Ball is in the air, and Tyreek is going to catch touchdown. Okay, so that's going to be that's a big play there. That's a touchdown for Tyreek Hill. It's going to make it a 30-17 game. And, well, that 17 is a little bigger than I want it to be. There we go. All right, we have 30-17 right now. Packers leading. Imagine the Dolphins are just going to kick the extra point at this point. But see what's up next here for Miami. 19 and then 30. I don't know. 30-19, 30-27, and then kick a field goal to tie. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, 2-point conversion. Dolphins going for it here, and it's incomplete. And the Dolphins are down 13. All right. 3 minutes to play. All right, let's see here. I don't know if this is an overreaction, but I think the Lions game proved to a lot of teams that the Lions are definitely beatable. The Lions are definitely beatable for sure. And that's just not like it's. I mean, I also play a part in this. I don't want to act like I don't because I'm a big Lions believer, and I think they are going to the Super Bowl. But the Lions, I will say this: when they beat teams, they run it up. I mean, prior to this game, they'd outscored the Jags and Colts in the previous 2 weeks, like 76-12 or just something insane. But the Vikings were like a first down away from beating them. Like they were like a first down away from beating them, you know, back in like week 7. So they were. My mic is cutting out. I'm sorry about that. But my point is, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. My mic's cutting out. I don't know what to do. Is it good? Let me know if it's good. Let me know if it's good. But the Lions are a very beatable team. The Lions are hello. Are we good? The Lions are a very beatable team. I'm hoping we're good. Let me know. It's good. All right, cool. It's good. Thank you, Bennett. It's good. All right, good. Definitely not R.I.P. Mike. This is no. We don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. All right, awesome. Sounds good. Cool. No, the Lions are a beatable team, and they are vulnerable at times. I mean, the Vikings were a first down away from beating them. Appreciate it, Kevin. They are the Vikings were a first down away from beating them earlier in the year. And if the Vikings beat them, and if they lost to the Rams on Thursday night, whatever, you're going to lose a game here or there. The 72 Dolphins are one team in 60 years for a reason. It's incredibly hard to go an entire season undefeated, obviously. So the narrative around both the Lions and Vikings would change a lot if Sam Darnold made that throw in that fourth down back in the day. And let's see here. Can I talk about Chris Grier needs to be fired for putting together the Dolphins? What is this sounding like? I do want to hear this. Like, what is it sounding like? I'm actually just going to listen here. What is it sounding like? No, it sounds good to me. It sounds good to me. I think it sounds good to me. But anyway, can I talk about Chris Grier needs to be fired for putting together the Dolphins mid offensive line and roster overall? Yeah, the thing is it's frustrating that the Dolphins entered the season without Robert Hunt, without Connor Williams, without like viable replacements, knowing they have Tua as their quarterback, and knowing that that their offense is predicated so much on the offensive line, like not being elite by any means, but being fine and just being like average. And that was where the whole frustration with the Dolphins entering the season, and that was one of my biggest concerns for them heading into the year. So the Packers recovered the onside kick. Let's see here. Somebody commented earlier here. Oh, appreciate the passion regarding the blowout. There it is. Joseph said, "I love the enthusiasm for a game that's in the bag." Yeah, no, I mean, look, you got to be passionate, man. You got to be passionate about your work, Just got into the stream, but how did you feel about the Bears' loss, and did the end of the game shock you? The end of the game did not surprise me at all. It was just typical Matt Eberflus. Josh Jacobs is going to pick up a couple yards here. Going to be less than 3 minutes to play. Would imagine the Dolphins take a timeout. There. All right. Bills can clinch the division in Week 13. That's wild. Oh, I guess they can because the Dolphins are going to be 5-7. The infamous 2013 Washington coaching staff is, of course, being on the screen. Who's better, Saquon or Henry? I mean, Saquon all around definitely is better. I don't think that's a debate. But, yeah, Saquon definitely all around for sure. Exit out of the stream and then come back in. That's what I did. The mic is good. There you go. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 47-yard line for the Packers. Going to be another handoff. No surprise there. Good tackle there. Really good tackle. That was a really good play there by Miami. And let's see here. Career Henry has the better, for sure. And Derek definitely has the better career. I mean, but they're both, I mean, just enjoy what you have left. I'll just say that. Would I rather have Josh McDaniels coach your team or Matt Eberflus? Oh, boy. I'd probably say Eberflus just because Eberflus just doesn't, I mean, Eberflus was bad, man. Or Josh McDaniels was just bad, man. So probably Eberflus. All right, I can't say it's a huge gap between them, but Saquon for everything. As a Ravens fan, I'm saying my guy Henry. I respect that. The Packers just took a delay game. Or no, they took a timeout. Okay, that makes more sense. I was kind of confused as to why they would just willingly take a delay of game. That didn't make much sense to me. So it's 30-17. Packers get the first down here. Obviously, the game would be over. AK says Josh Jacobs top 5. He's a Packers fan. Should be noted. I'd agree Saquon more involved in the passing game. All right, so we have 2:12 left. 3rd and 11. What is my top 5 defenses right now? I'm going to be honest. I don't have specific rankings. I feel like Minnesota would be in there. Let me see. I just want to I hate excluding things, so I want to have stats pulled up in front of me when I start talking about this. So let me just look up a couple things here. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything because I hate accidentally forgetting one thing. Here we go. 3rd and 11, ball at the 50. Jordan Love going for the deep shot, and ball was underthrown. Christian Watson looking around for a flag. Not going to get a flag. It's going to be 4th and 11. Gonna be honest, not the biggest fan of that sequence there. I think I would have rather have just ran the ball. Your quarterback took an unnecessary shot, up 13 points, 2 minutes to play. I think I would have rather just ran the ball personally. The Chargers, of course, by the way, to go back to that. The Vikings, Chargers, Eagles have been killing it recently. The Broncos, probably the Bills after that. It's really... And here's the thing on this play is, it definitely could have been PI, but actually it should have been PI. Oh my goodness, it should have been PI. But there's also a part of people that's valid that say, you know, why should you reward an underthrown ball? And I understand that. Why? Okay, hey, you know, you underthrew a pass by 5 yards, but because the receivers has the DB right here, let's reward the offense. Dolphins are going to get the ball back. They can technically still win this game. Technically. Just saying. What percentage of Jaden's poor performance the last few weeks goes to Cliff? Quite a bit, but not 100%. There's also a part of Jaden where I don't know how much he's not like fully healthy just because of how physically demanding the season is. And not only that, but they haven't had their bye week yet. So I think that could change some things as well. So I'm eager to see Jaden now off the bye. Put him Malik Willis already. Quit risking Jordan Love. I wouldn't hate it. I mean, I wouldn't have hated there, should I say. But that's, I wouldn't have hated that there. Any opinion on Mike McDaniel, good or bad? I think McDaniel himself is fine, and it's hard to find a head coach better than Mike McDaniel. But what I would say is the talent that he has on this roster is not great. It's not a top 3 or 4 roster. It's not even close. And when you look at the mistakes tonight, yes, obviously the big mistake for McDaniel was the second and goal sequence, in which you could have made it a 27-19 game if you also got the 2-point conversion. That's obviously a big mistake. But it's not Mike McDaniel's mistake that from the beginning they dropped the football, and it's... I like McDaniel. I think he's fine. Is he like an elite head coach? No. Is he the problem by every metric? Also no. This year's quarterback class is impressive, at least so far. 100% is. If the Eagles win against the Ravens, do you think they win every game left in their schedule? Let's pull up the Birds' schedule. Let's pull up the Birds' schedule and see. I would imagine they're not going to have a more difficult game than that, so it's probably valid. Let's see. Home against Carolina, home against Pittsburgh, at Washington, home against Dallas, home against Giants. So they have 4 out of 5 home games with 1 trip to Washington. Yes, they can absolutely go 15-2 if they beat the Ravens this week. They 100% can. That's not even a question. I mean, they can. Now, if I had to say, will they? I would say probably not. They'll probably drop 1. It's generally just how it goes. But they can do... They could. It's a strong chance. I'll say that. All right. I should do a head coach ranked video. Maybe we'll see. Maybe. I like. I mean, the rankings for 32 is just a lot because there's so much to dive into with rankings that it would end up being like it would be a 50-minute video. It would be a 50+ minute video because I wouldn't just want to talk about 1 minute per guy. I don't think that's fair. Let's see here. I'm a Bengals fan. If you think we missed the playoffs, I know we don't usually fire head coaches, but we had big expectations. And then Roaring Thunder kind of actually summarizes how I feel. Mike Brown won't spend money on the players. There's no way he'd spend money on a fired coach's contract. That's kind of how I would see it. So I don't think he would be fired. All right, here we go. Dolphins get the ball. Little completion to Achane. Oh, we have multiple flags in this play. It's probably going to be ineligible man downfield. I feel like it's what it has to be. Here. I mean, those guys were those linemen were way downfield there. They were way downfield. Oh, there's Turkey there. It's looking good. I have to be honest. I don't know how appetizing, because it's 10:30 Central Time there in Lambeau. You're just getting off the field. I feel like it's one thing if you're doing it in Detroit early in the day, and it's, you haven't had lunch yet because you had that 12:30 start, that 12:30 kickoff. I don't know how appetizing a turkey leg at 10:30 at night would be in Lambeau, especially when it's like 20 degrees out. I could be wrong on that. Maybe that's a hot take. Maybe that's a bold take. But I mean, I also didn't, run and sprint around for the past 3 hours. I sat in my chair and talked about the game, so maybe that's maybe I'm on a different viewpoint there. All right, Dolphins have the ball at the 10-yard line, 1st and 20. Minute 51 left. Tua. Quick pass to Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith has been a target monster over the past couple weeks. Now they're 2nd and 15. Little rumble after the play. Leroy Butler is a Hall of Fame chef. Is he actually? I didn't know that. Let's see here. Thanks for giving us memories, John Madden. Yeah, John Madden, the GOAT. Is Leroy Chef an actual Hall of Fame chef? That would be pretty cool. 2nd and 15 falls to 3rd and 15 after an incomplete pass. Minute 23 left. Packers up 30-17. Dolphins have to win out, guys. That's the takeaway. The Dolphins have to win out. If they're going to do anything of note, they have to win out. And anything of note, by the way, I mean playoffs, strictly playoffs. That's going to be the takeaway. That will be the takeaway in the weekly recap when it comes out Sunday night. It's just all around, man. It's just preventable tonight. But that's the summarization of the Dolphins. And that's why I get so frustrated with them. 3rd and 15. All right, Tua dropping back, just an easy 4-man rush. Going to be a quick pass to Jonnu Smith. Another catch for Jonnu. He's going to pick up close to 11 yards. It's going to be 4th and 4. Do I think McDaniels keeps his job if they miss the playoffs? I do, yes. I do. Because outside of Ben Johnson, I don't think there's many. Jesse Minter will be good. They definitely wouldn't hire Flores. The head coaching candidates, I don't think are going to be better than McDaniel. Oh, the Dolphins convert a late 4th down. Game still alive. All right, we have the ball at the 37. Jonnu Smith, 10 receptions on the night. 10 receptions on the night for Big Jonnu. Ball at the 36. The Finns are still fighting. And there's another ball to Raheem Mostert. Good tackle there by Keyshawn Nixon. Way to keep him in bounds. Dolphins only have 1 timeout. I think they actually used it. They did. They took their final timeout. All right. If anybody is fired from the Dolphins, by the way, it should definitely be Chris Greer. That's the big one, man. The construction of this roster is what I have the problem with. If I were to make a video on anything about Miami, it would be the construction of the roster. That's the big one. That's the big problem that I have. Is the construction of the roster. It was just like a lot of this was preventable from where we are now. And you know what your flaws are as a team, and they willingly chose not to address them. That's honestly what a lot of my frustration comes from with NFL teams, is knowing what your flaws are, knowing you are a limited team in some ways, and just saying, nope, like, we're good. We're good here. Tua is under pressure. I think that was Patrick Paul. That was not a good look for Patrick Paul. That was not a good look for my boy out there at right tackle. He got beat pretty bad. And then Tua was sacked. 5th sack of the night for Green Bay. There's only 12 ticks left. I'm going to say for player safety, I hope they don't run another snap. It's just not worth it. Just don't. They're going to. I hope they take it easy here. Okay, you get that extra catch, and he's down. Ball game. Okay, so that was pretty painless there. All right, good. Just because it can be, this final plays whenever the games are clearly over. I mean, they're 240, 250-pound men running full speed at each other. It can get pretty dangerous on a play that means nothing. So I'm glad that nothing happened there. Packers win 30-17. First game streamed on the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks, Garrett, for the T-Day stream. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. You too as well, Joseph. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. And like I said, a couple people bought memberships subscribe. Well, they subscribed to the memberships. Appreciate everybody. And like I said, guys, I am eager to continue to do live streams in the future. And like I said, if you guys did enjoy, please subscribe to the channel. Really helps tremendously. Glad everyone had a great Thanksgiving as well. And Let's keep it. See you here. Hey, amazing first stream. Good stuff. Appreciate it. And Daniel gifted a membership. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, have a great night. Everybody else have a great night. Like I said, I know you guys have been asking for it, so I'm glad to help make some people's day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I don't actually know where to end it, so I'm just going to end it here. So, thank you. Be safe. Have a great night. Love you guys.